Hi everyone! I am back for more 14 days with you. Last we left off, I was at day 2. I think I tried to get a bad ending at day 2 and it failed because it was just like normal where I didn't get a new bad ending. But today I come prepared because I have more time before the sun sets. And I also got a link to not a walkthrough, but like a guide. No, wait, not a guide. Like a list, I guess, of everything that's in the demo right now. So I haven't checked it out to prevent spoilers. So just in case I don't know how to complete the game, I might complete everything looking at that guide when I've exhausted everything that I tried today. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm very excited for this game. I've been thinking about it. I joined the server. It seems like a very common thing for me these days to just do that. Hi! Welcome, board spectator. So where did I left off last time? Here? Yeah. If the correct answer is we can go to your apartment, I wonder what will happen if I ask him to go to mine? Your apartment? Sure. It's close by anyway. I can walk you home. The image of me taking a nice warm bath after being out in this weather was too hard to resist, so I end up eagerly stepping under Ren's umbrella before heading back home. In the end, Ren ended up walking me back home. Yet, despite being the one to hold the umbrella, he still got wet because he offered most of it to me. Ren really was considerate, but it didn't stop me from feeling bad whenever I saw a wet patch on his shoulder. So he really is taking me home, huh? What if I want to go to your home? Will you let me? We can go to your apartment. Oh. So I can do both? Wait, this is interesting. I guess I'll do his apartment first. Sorry, I'm very indecisive because there's so many branches. I'm confused. My apartment? Sure, it's not that far anyway. We could wait out the storm there if you'd like. I even have a heater and a dryer we could use. The image of me sitting in front of a warm, cozy heater was too hard to resist, so I end up eagerly stepping under Ren's umbrella while he leads the way. He still likes me. Okay. Despite the heavy downpour of rain, we managed to make it to Ren's apartment complex in one piece. I guess he really wasn't lying when he said his apartment wasn't far from mine. I bet to make it easy to visit us at night, creep. But judging from the pristine interior and fully functioning elevator, his building seemed to be in a far better shape compared to my apartment. The elevator ride could have been less awkward though, if it weren't for the slow ascent and tacky music. Or for the fact that Ren deemed it appropriate to shake his hair like a wet dog and get water droplets everywhere. Once the elevator doors slid open, I was immediately met with a grandiose corridor and large spacious doors, and I found myself wondering how much it would cost to live in a place like this. Don't look too hard at how messy my place is, okay? I wasn't expecting to have someone over today, so I didn't bother cleaning up. I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu. Thankfully, I don't have any white-haired neighbors who like to take their plants on walks. Actually, now that I think about it, it's a bit strange, but no one lives on this floor aside from me. I'm not really sure why, but I'm not gonna complain. I can make as much noise as I want and no one would notice. Is that him? Implying we could get down and dirty without anyone realizing? Okay. Ren shoots me a mischievous grin, and I find myself wondering what he meant by that. Like, loud music and stuff? Movies? Yeah, something like that. He unlocks the door with an electronic card attached to his keychain, and the moment the door swings open, I let out an audible gasp. Ren doesn't seem fazed in the slightest as he flicks on the lights and walks into his own home, but I could only stand at the entrance to his foyer in shock. Yes, foyer. He had a whole dang foyer in his apartment. Was this even an apartment? Surely a penthouse would have made more sense. Holy crap, Ren. Is there something wrong? What is it? I know the decor is kind of tacky, but it came with the apartment and I haven't found the time to do anything about it yet. I'm sorry, but are you the long-lost heir of a billionaire or something? This place is huge! And hello, is that marble? No, I just get paid a lot for my job. Enough to afford rent, at least. You know, I don't think I've asked you this, but what exactly is your job? Why, my job is, well, I guess you can say I'm a programmer? I don't know. I just take on a few jobs every so often. Nothing super fancy or anything. Nothing super fancy? Ren, you have marble flooring. Leaving the newly discovered programmer at the entrance, I curiously venture further into his apartment. Marble's a pain in the rear end to clean too. Oh, Angel, do you want some slippers? The floors can get cold and your shoes are probably soaked, right? Bro is passively flexing. I know. I wish my job pays that much. Turning around, I notice Ren opening a small closet and pulling out a pair of dark house slippers. He looks at me with a curious expression, but makes no effort to hand them over. Only if you want them. I'll take them, but only because they look like they're Gucci. Is that Gucci? Ren lets out a puff of laughter through his nose at my joke, but doesn't seem to deny it. Holy shit. Were these slippers really from a luxury brand? As I put them on, I noticed how they were in my exact size, and it made me wonder if he had bought a bunch of expensive house slippers in varying sizes. But as funny as that imagery was, how did Ren accurately guess my shoe size without seeing my feet? Well, for me it won't be that scary, cause like, I have man feet, and my feet are probably as big as like normal man feet. So it wouldn't be a surprise for me. Here, why don't I show you the bathroom? I'll find you something to wear in the meantime while your clothes are in the dryer. Or would you prefer a towel instead? I guess that would make more sense. What is that supposed to mean? Sorry, I don't usually invite people over. Seeing his timid side resurface once more gave me the sudden urge to tease him. Ooh, okay. Oh my god. Do I flirt. Okay, whatever. Just a towel? Just a towel? Nothing else? Yeah? To keep you warm inside instead of taking a shower? Unless you'd prefer a blanket, because I'm pretty sure I have an electric... Oh. It was as if all the gears inside his head were finally clicking together. No, I meant a towel that you can wear over your clothes, not just you in a towel, unless you want to, but that's, why would you? He would be so cute if he wasn't creepy. I'm just going to shut up now. Sorry. That wasn't what I meant at all, but his reaction was priceless nonetheless. Anyway, I'll show you to the bathroom. You can use whatever you want in there. Nothing is off limits. First, there was offering to spend the night at my place. Then it was asserting himself as my boyfriend in front of my friends. He really doesn't care about personal boundaries, huh? That's because he's a creep. I was beginning to think that Ren really doesn't seem to mind when it came to me invading his personal bubble as well. Though he still seemed pretty standoffish around Theo and Leon, and it took him a while to warm up to Eleanor back at the library. He even seemed indifferent when he first met Violet, but I figured it was only because he was shy. Speaking of being shy, I still noticed how Ren didn't seem to be switching up his personality as much anymore, and I was beginning to think that he was showing me his real side. Up until now, everything felt real and genuine, and I found that we could bounce back witty retorts between each other more easily. Though every now and then he might slip up and stutter, but I just assumed it was because my teasing made him flustered. Or maybe he realized you liked this personality and he fully locked in. I don't know, just saying. So, maybe the timid side of him was genuine after all? But, I'll leave some clothes for you outside and put the plushie I bought for you in your room. My room? Huh? Oh, yeah, thanks. Great, I was zoning out again and completely missed half of what he was saying. Something about clothes? And a plushie he bought? Was he talking about the Haruko plushie I was eyeing up earlier? I mean, he was carrying a gift bag from that souvenir shop earlier. Did he really buy me that toy? Ren, however, didn't seem to pick up on my confusion though, and invitingly opens the bathroom door for me with a soft smile. And so, without trying to make things awkward, I quickly slip inside and lean against the door for support. Which was fortunate for me because one sweep of the bathroom had me stumbling back in surprise. Nice. Whoa. Even his restroom looked expensive. I was afraid of touching anything, fearing I'd accidentally break it and end up paying for it. Glancing around again, I noticed how his countertops seemed to be void of any dental care. Ew! Hairbrushes and skincare products, though a few bottles of concealer and an open box of hair dye sat in the corner near the sink. He just dyed his hair before we met, that's crazy. He doesn't brush his teeth? That's kind of fucking disgusting. Well, I guess that answers my burning question on whether or not he naturally had pink hair. Hi, Freitan! Welcome. But now it made me wonder, if Ren does dye his hair, then what was his natural hair color? There were still so many things I didn't know about that soft-looking guy, and I was beginning to question whether coming here was a good idea or not. Yeah, hair dye! Koreki, hi! I'm still really grossed out over the fact he doesn't have, toothbrushes. Who the fuck doesn't have toothbrushes? That's crazy! With a sigh, I decided not to waste any more time thinking about irrelevant things and instead turned my attention back to the shower. Yeah, not the zero hygiene products, exactly! He's insane! Quickly stripping out of my clothes, I jump into the unnecessarily large glass booth and turn the water on. Glancing at Ren's shelf of albeit limited hair and body products, I couldn't help but notice that one brand in particular just so happened to be the exact same as mine. Did we use the same body wash? He didn't really smell like me, but maybe that was because I wasn't paying much attention. Bro's mouth got a stink. No, that's even worse because I already kissed him. Ew, I don't want. And I'm supposed to fuck him? That's crazy. I wouldn't. I mean, who randomly smells people out of the blue anyway? Shaking my head at such a silly notion, I begin to scrub away the lingering smell of rain from my body and quickly finish washing up. Why doesn't he brush? It's now stuck in my head. I cannot. Why the fuck doesn't he brush his teeth? That's so weird. Bundled up in a warm towel, I crack open the large door and poke my head out into the hallway. True to his word, Ren left a small pile of clothing outside the bathroom, neatly stacked and propped against the side of the wall. Bringing the contents back inside, I noticed that one piece of clothing in particular was a rather comfy-looking hoodie. He really likes comfy clothing, I don't know what it is. But the design on the front, however, was rather morbid-looking and it didn't really suit Ren's vibes. Maybe from a horror film or something? Shrugging my shoulder, I put the hoodie on and instantly get enveloped by the sheer amount of fabric. I mean, it makes sense considering Ren's large and lanky frame, but this was just absurd. I had to stifle a laugh from the amusing sight in the fogged-up mirror, but I had to admit that the soft fabric felt nice and warm against my skin. Why is she not concerned that he doesn't brush his teeth? You kissed that mouth. I'm sorry, I should stop mentioning it, but it's just... Oh, I'm gonna ask in the Discord server later for clarification. Is he gonna sleep in the same bed with us? We already did that last night. Even the scent that came from it felt oddly comforting somehow. Turning back to the remaining clothes in the pile, I gently pick up the next item and try to put it on. Super off topic, but I really appreciate the clips from Homie Cypher you post. Aw, thank you! Yeah, I love it. Honestly, I love seeing like how many people like it, and I like seeing all the thirst. It's very funny to read. I understand all of you. It's such a great game, honestly. I love Homie Cypher. The gray sweatpants didn't seem to fit the length of my legs despite the number of times I tried to roll up the elastic, but luckily Ren was thoughtful enough to give me other alternatives. The dark pair of shorts seemed like the better option, especially since it came with a drawstring and deep pockets. We do like deep pockets. The thirst, yeah, it's all just thirst. Like my wife, my boy, my baby. That's also, I encourage it, but still, you know. Feeling curious, I followed the source of the sound down the hallway. Breaking news, a sudden storm hits the bay as gale force winds and knock over street signs and even awnings. Homie Cypher has no ugly people, to be honest, they're all hot. No, I hate Miss Blue Clad. Shut the fuck up, all you Blue Clad lovers. She's so scary. I'm so scared of her. Guests believe that the sudden change in weather will die down soon, and to stay safe indoors, you would smash every characters. I continue to follow the noise until it suddenly... Huh? Oh shit. How am I supposed to fix that? Wait, sorry, my stream seems to be fucking up. I'm not sure what I should do to help it. I'm gonna have to look it up later. If this video is shit on YouTube, the live stream, I guess I'll open it later. I'll re-upload the video. So yeah, even if it's shit right now, I promise I'll re-upload if it's bad. Sorry. I continue to follow the noise until it suddenly cuts out and changes into a glaring monotone sound, indicating that the television must have lost all signal. Is it still frozen? Okay, it's good now. It's good. It's back. Hey yo, it's back. You're gonna give that man a reason to crawl? Oh my god, no, stop. Okay. The thirst is real. You're a bored spectator. Yeah, no one's on my Twitch stream because I think like just my YouTube has more people. So it's you. Hi. Yeah, most people are in YouTube, it seems. I continue to follow the noise until it suddenly cuts out and changes into a glaring monotone sound, indicating that the television must have lost all signal. And soon enough, I find myself in Ren's spacious lounge room. Aside from the TV, the rest of the lights were off, but I could still make out most of the dark shapes within the room with ease. It was just as ostentatious. Why are words so hard? As the rest of his house, though I couldn't help but feel like it lacked any form of life. It just didn't seem like someone actually lived here. The furniture was gaudy yet tasteless. There was hardly any personal decoration or colors, and there was nothing that really screamed Ren to me. I know this is mean, but like, isn't MC kind of a bad person? I feel like she's kind of an ass, isn't she? Like, she just says shit that's like so mean sometimes. I don't know. Are we supposed to even like her? Because I don't really like her. Mr. Delusional Period Blood Scarletella. Ah, I see you were the one that commented that. He's funny. I would like to bully him. There were no personal touches, photos, items, hobbies, nothing. Just tacky furniture and the bland smell of something sterile. If I was being honest, it gave off the same vibe as a dentist clinic or a hospital. I know this is probably like a bad take, but I actually love the smell of hospitals. Don't come at me. It smells so nice. I mean, he did mention recently moving in, right? Maybe that's why. Who moved in? Oh, boobies. Oh, yo, it was right. He does have boobies. The tits on that man, holy moly. Surprised by the sudden voice, I spin on my heel only to find Ren coming out from one of the hallways with a new set of comfy clothing. He seemed much more at ease like this, especially with the gentle expression on his face. Hospital smell is sickening to you? Been there too often. Ah, I see. I've been to hospitals quite a bit. I've been hospitalized like twice. Yeah. And I've been there to visit often because my grandma was sick. But I always love the smell. I don't know. Maybe it's because I went to like an actually like a high-end hospital because insurance. But yeah, I love the smell. I love the look. Like, I wanna roam around the halls in the middle of the night. I don't know what it is. I don't understand myself either. I watch as he takes a respectful glance at my attire before sheepishly averting his attention to the ends of his sleeve. Sorry, that's the only pair of clothing I could find that might fit you. It looks really good on you, though. Oh, thanks. Hi, Lynn! Hi. Why aren't you asleep? Dude, it's like very late for you. You can even keep them if you want. The sound of thunder rumbling in the distance cuts off Ren's mumbling, and I involuntarily step closer to him. Without missing a beat, he reaches out and rests a protective hand on my shoulder to steady me. It's just thunder, bro. Chill. Ren idly glances out of the window before turning his undivided attention back to me once more, only this time with a determined look. It's really pouring, huh? I could only nod my head at his words, suddenly feeling sheepish all of a sudden. I really should have checked the weather forecast before I went out today. But to be fair, it didn't look as though it would start spontaneously raining when I left my apartment this morning. And I guess I was enjoying my time with Ren to the point where I didn't even realize the weather was turning sour. Angel? Sorry, what did you say? I just asked if you want to stay the night here. You know, seeing how hard it's raining out there, and your clothes haven't finished drying yet. It would be no trouble, and I could return the favor. Yes, sorry. Considering how you let me stay at your apartment yesterday. I miss streaming Homie Cypher because I don't have to talk much and I don't sound as stupid than like reading out actual sentences. Is he gonna break our back or we're gonna break his back in bed? I don't want him! He doesn't brush his teeth! I don't want his crusty ass! Nobody in this game I like. None. Staying at his place for the night? Well, this certainly isn't how I expected to end my day. But would it really be that bad? It definitely beats waiting out the storm and walking home with a bunch of puddles everywhere. Okay. Wow, shit! Both are spend the night? Then why even give me an option? I'm gonna be a dick and pick the first one that he doesn't want. I guess I could stay if that's really okay with you. So happy. Yeah, of course, it's totally fine. What's the difference? Mr. Machete, I am not letting those yellow teeth touch me. Wow, he really wasn't an energetic, eccentric man, wasn't he? If Mr. Machete wants me, we better visit the dentist first. Okay, what about the second spend the night? Oh shit, that's cool! Oh, okay. Wait, what was that? Did I really want to stay the night at Ren's place? I think my theory about this game is right, and I am so intrigued. I guess I did? I couldn't really remember otherwise. I guess I could stay, if that's really okay with you. Yeah, of course, it's totally fine. Wow, he really was an energetic, eccentric man, wasn't he? I love this game. Let me know if you need any more pillows or blankets. Or if the room gets too cold. I haven't worked out how to use the fancy heater system yet, but I can definitely try. Also, you already know where the bathroom is, but if you... We all know he wants it. He wants it bad. Doesn't mean I want his crusty, like, smelly mouth, though. Ugh. Okay, I think I got it, Ren. I shoot him a reassuring smile as I turn to face him at the door. He's gonna sniff us while we're in bed, maybe. No, because this morning we wake up to him being on the, like, close to the windows with his phone out, right? And I think he was taking pictures of us while we were asleep. That's what I think, personally. I do not trust this man at all. I should have gotten used to his attentive and observant behavior by now, but it still felt like a foreign side of him that I hadn't fully uncovered. Still, at least he wasn't stuttering as much anymore. I know, sorry. I just want you to be as comfortable as possible, so just treat this house like it's your own. Alright, gotcha. Yeah, that's well. And also, the MC mentioned that her laundry basket seems like it's messier than she thinks. DHL, I'm gonna bite you. Ugh. Gross. He looks like he doesn't want to leave, and instead lingers in front of the door a little while longer. Are you sure there isn't anything else you'd need? Anything? At all? Okay. Oh my fucking god. Wait, there's a locked door! Okay, I was gonna follow the what is it called? The shaky text, because earlier it was really interesting. But there's a locked door! I need to see what's behind that locked door. The locked door? What door? Oh, you mean the one at the end of the hallway? All of a sudden, his timid persona is back again. Was he just nervous? What could he possibly be hiding in that room to make him act like this? Bodies, probably. Violet? Wait, where's Violet? He's there. Okay, so there's no one nearby. Right? Yeah. So there's no corpses near us. Wait, what is that? Why is the heart on Haruko's spouse so moth? Is like very low like that. That's interesting. Oh, it's like filling up. Oh, okay. I understand. Interesting. There's nothing in particular, just you see, I'm currently using it as a storage room for all the furniture from my old place. It's really messy in there. I'd be embarrassed if you saw what's behind that door. Oh yeah, okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Sure it does. Great, now I'm the person who threw accusations at someone kind enough to offer me a place to stay for the night. Wait, I just realized! His midriff is showing! Slut! I like it. Cap? For real. Still, it was nice to know that he did own some kind of furniture. Sorry, I guess I was just really curious about it. Usually people don't leave the lights on behind locked doors. Are we gonna hear like banging from it? Oh, yeah. I'd be happy to show you what's behind that door when it's not so cluttered. But if that's all, then I guess I'll let you get some sleep. If you need anything, my room is just 3 doors down. You looked at in your dad's locked drawer once. Big mistake. No, what did you see? Share with the rest of the class. Gotcha. Good night, Ren. Good night, Angel. Sweet dreams. I think my friend found like her parents' condoms in like a locked drawer once. But I don't know. I've never found anything locked in my place. It's usually just filled out with boring stuff. So I watched in silence as Ren turned on his heel and makes his way towards his own room down the hall. Really judging the clothing choices. Yeah, I'm calling him slut affectionately. It's okay. I like it when men are sluts. Forbidden flashlights. Got it. Yeah. The kind that... Yeah, okay. Got it. Poor you! Holy shit! Pat. I hope you're okay. I hope you can heal by just watching videos of Homie Cypher and just pretend you never saw it. What if he has one of our bra in that storage room? I was more thinking like he took one of our friends that he clearly didn't like and just stuffed them there, you know? But yeah, he totally has like our what was it called? Our bras or undies. He definitely went through it. Ew, Alex, go to bed. Shaking my head at his odd behavior, I close the door behind me and slowly make my way towards the bed. I noticed that the Haruka plushie Ren had bought earlier was sitting up top the sheets, and I gently bring it closer to my chest to give it a soft squeeze. How much would you bet that he placed cameras in these plushies? I swear, he would. So he really did buy this for me after all. The faintest hint of cherry and mint emits from the toy and makes my mind drift to thoughts of that strange pink-haired man once more. He was still as odd as usual, but some parts of him were starting to feel rather endearing. I noticed how he was no longer stuttering as much or acting as shy, and it made me wonder if we were getting closer. He's stanky, gonna smell through the whole house. No, for real. Why does he smell like cherries and mint if he doesn't brush his teeth? I cannot move on past that. Now that I really thought about it, how did I feel about Ren? Okay, I'm gonna pick the like good. Okay, see, I wanna try getting another bad ending just to see if it changes, but at the same time, I really want to see the screen like flickering again because it was really cool. So, I don't know. Fine, creepy first. It's kind of creepy. Does he eat perfume? I think he just chugs down Axe because he thinks it's gonna make girls like him. Well, what's there to say? He still had that flippant personality of his going on, and he somehow knew all of my favorite things without asking me. I no longer have this man on my hear me out list. Thank you! Your Mr. Huge Face probably doesn't brush his teeth too, you know? Just putting it out there. That sounded like a grade A creep to me, but I didn't have any solid proof to back up my theory. But I guess I shouldn't be calling him a creep when I was the one who willingly agreed to go to his apartment, despite only knowing him for 2 whole days. There was also that break-in that Violet mentioned yesterday, but Ren didn't fit their description at all. Yes, he does! How many people do you think have pink hair? In the area! Oh well, I shouldn't be concerning myself over this. I still had that new lock installed, so I doubt they'd want to come back. Rolling onto my side, I pushed those thoughts aside as I hugged the plushie closer and slowly drift off to sleep. Gee, I didn't get anything fun. Okay, I'm going to reload and say I'm crushing on him. Can you, please? Okay. Let's load. Yes, you can see me crushing on him. Okay, so maybe I did find him rather endearing and attractive. We did not talk about Master Huge Face like that. Oh, so it's okay if he doesn't brush his teeth. I think that's a little unfair. Alex, I'm going to ban you in both apps. Okay, Ren was very considerate and attentive towards me during our date, and I could see myself wanting to go on another date in the near future. He's gonna spy on us sleeping. I feel like he has cameras installed in the plushie, you know? He's probably gonna sniff the hoodie we wore. It's He's so gross. He certainly had boyfriend potential, but I still needed to work up the nerve to make it lead towards that direction. Yeah, he likes us, so can he listen? Can he hear what we are thinking? I don't know. He seemed far too hesitant to do it himself, but it would have been nice to see him put more effort into it as well. Ah, well, just knowing Ren wanted to spend the entire day with me is enough. Okay, seriously, like, why did they have to put in specifically no hygiene products whatsoever, right? Because there's no way they put that in just to mess up with my head, specifically me, Vere, who's streaming this right now. Like, there's got to be a reason why he does not have a single hygiene product, right? Like a plot point? I'm sorry, but it's bothering me so much. Like, they were very specific about it. They had to put it in. Why? Rolling onto my side, I hugged the plushie closer so I can be surrounded by his comforting scent and slowly drift off to sleep. I'm so confused. Why? The unusual sounds of city life and traffic pulled me away from my slumber, and I wake to the sight of an unfamiliar ceiling. He's gonna smell the plush when we're not there. Yeah, he would. He absolutely would. Creep. This wasn't my bedroom, and this certainly wasn't my bed. Last I checked, my duvets were... Duvets? I don't know. Were a patterned purple, a housewarming gift from Violet when I first moved into my apartment. Not this dark shade of black. No new... Why is the hospital so busy today? Why the fuck are you in a hospital? Who are you? I can't remember. I'm too cute to reject the Lulu. I hate her. What's her name? Olivia. I hate her, actually. Confused, I rubbed the sleep from my eyes in order to fully take in the rest of the room. And just like that, memories from yesterday come flooding back. Oh, right. Ren offered to let me stay the night due to the freak storm that swept over Cortland Bay. It was sweet of him to do, and it had me wondering where he was right now. Was he still fast asleep? Or perhaps he was already awake? Deciding there's no time like the present to find out, I stretch out the knots in my body, waking myself up fully, and jump out of the bed. As soon as I walk out into the hallway, the mouth-watering scent of something sweet and sugary greets me, and it almost has my feet floating towards the kitchen. Curiosity, or perhaps hunger, takes over my body, and before I know it, I find myself navigating through the maze of Ren's stupidly large apartment. How big is it? Speak of the devil. Queen never cry, let me log in real quick. Why is he blushing? There, Ren stands in his kitchen, hunched over the stove with a spatula in one hand and what looks to be a recipe pulled up on his phone in the other. He doesn't seem to notice my presence yet, so I take the opportunity to study him a little bit more. And although I could only see most of his backside and side profile, I could easily make out the concentrated look on his face as his gaze flits back and forth between his phone and the pan. But just when I think he's about to turn around, Ren lets out a surprised noise and immediately lifts the pan from the stove. Jeez! Sniffing the air, the smell of something burning invades my nostrils and has me retreating back into the living space for some fresh air. If it smells so good, like 10 seconds before, I don't think it'll burn that fast. Like, it won't smell that bad. Wow. Did Ren really manage to burn a pancake? Or maybe he wasn't just that confident in cooking. She's so judgmental! Regardless, seeing him put so much effort into something so trivial did manage to pull at my heartstrings. Deciding I've had my fill of watching Ren, I finally make myself known. Did bro burn it? Yeah, he did, apparently. How will I respond? I wanna scare him! Can I scare him? I don't wanna pick what they want me to pick. I wanna scare him. It's a damn pancake. How did bro burn it? I don't know. I suck at making pancakes. People have different food items they're good at making. I wanna scare him, sorry. Quietly tiptoeing behind the taller man and hiding behind the counter, I wait for the perfect opportunities to strike. The moment arrives when he turns around to scrape the burnt remains of pancake that bad into the bin, and before Ren has any time to react, I spring into action. Boom! Angel! You scared me! How long have you... Despite his flustered outbursts, Ren doesn't seem to move away from the stove. You love burnt pancakes? Burnt foods are carcinogens. Don't eat them. Bad. If you like bitter things, then just drink medicine or something. Wait, no. No. You need recipes for that. Yeah. Just drink coffee or something. Don't eat burnt food. Good morning, Angel. Was going to surprise you with breakfast in bed. Sorry, did I take too long? I love breakfast in bed. I want breakfast in bed. It was like I flicked an invisible switch, because all of a sudden, Ren was back to the usual timid personality that I had grown to know. Aw, you don't have to go through all that trouble for me. It's fine. I wanted to. Really. Here. Without giving me a second to spare, Ren conjures up a plate full of thick, fluffy pancakes from somewhere behind me, alongside a few toppings as well. I would just chug the can of whipped cream, honestly. I didn't manage to burn these ones at least. Eat as much as you'd like. I'll have this one. Just one? Oh. He gestures to the burnt pancake still stuck to the frying pan. No amount of washing and scrubbing would restore that pan to its former glory. Needs to get better pans. Giving Ren a pitiful look, I deposit a few fluffy pancakes onto my own plate before offering the rest to him as well. Ren, you've made enough to feed an army. Why don't we share? It's okay. I made them all for you. Exactly how you like them. And how do you know how I like my pancakes? Sus. Deciding to tease him a little, I throw the lighthearted accusation into the air and hope that he'll catch it. Bro is down bad and locked in. He's scary. He's so scary. Huh? Oh, I don't. I suppose. Don't people normally enjoy pancakes this way? I thought maybe. Waffles are the best. Fight me. Here he goes again, getting flustered beyond belief while his cheeks flush a deep shade of red. It really was adorable. May I watch a gameplay of Homie Cypher? You wanna see Mr. Crown? Then go ahead! I have so many! I have like one demo gameplay, one blind playthrough of the game, and one not blind playthrough ultimate gameplay. You can totally watch it if you want. Go! Have fun! Relax, I'm only teasing you. These pancakes are delicious, by the way. Oh, you were just joking. Haha. His mood immediately seems to perk up once he hears my compliment. Why are you asking like I'm your teacher? You can do whatever you want. Thank you for joining. You like them? Really? You're not lying? Then I'll make them again for you sometime. Only if you want, that is. No problem at all. I really don't mind. How about you just focus on eating first? Aren't you hungry? I snacked on a few pancakes while cooking them. Don't worry about me. You just eat. Do you want some different toppings? I've got more strawberries in the fridge. Something inside me told me that Ren was lying, but I didn't feel like calling him out on it. I'm good for now, but thank you, really. Seemingly satisfied with my response, or lack thereof, Ren lets out a pleased hum and instead moves away to busy himself with washing the dishes. My gaze follows him, and I absentmindedly catch a glimpse at the clock on one of the shelves. 8 o'clock on the dot. Wait a second, 8 o'clock? I was going to be late for work! As if picking up on my panicked behavior, Ren halts his movements and sends me a curious glance. Why would you go and have a sleepover if you have work? That's crazy. Crap, I'm gonna be late for work again if I don't leave now. I still need to walk home and get changed then. Hey, it's okay, Angel. Calm down. Look, your clothes from yesterday are washed and dry. Why don't you change into them? And when you're ready, I can drop you off at work? Ren! There I go again, relying on this enigma of a man and taking up too much of his kind hospitality. I was already overstaying my welcome by using his dryer and sleeping in his spare bed, but now here I was, eating his food and being exactly 5 minutes away from getting a lift in his car. Living the dream, except too bad he's a fucking psycho. He really should be the one being called Angel instead of me. Thank you so much. I owe you my entire life. And I thought I was dramatic. Another date with you will do just fine. He's so cute. Too bad he's weird. His soft smile is the last thing I see before I head back into the guest bedroom to change. But before I can make it 3 feet away, Ren's voice calls out to me once more. Oh, but I should warn you, I don't exactly drive a car. Oh my god, I'm weak to bikers. No, stop. Oh my god! Okay, chill, he doesn't brush his teeth. He's not attractive. Okay, turns out Ren didn't actually own a car like I expected. He owned a dang sports motorcycle. All black, sleek, and scary. But what surprised me the most were the faded "Always With You" sticker decals that adorned the tank. So Ren was a fan of that webcomic as well? I always assumed the community was rather small. There wasn't much talk about the webcomic online, so it was nice to know someone else enjoyed it as much as I did. But just as I was about to bring the topic up, my vision goes dark as Ren places a helmet over my head with a smile. He fastens and adjusts the strap before motioning towards the back of his bike with an expectant look. Admittedly, I was a bit hesitant to hop on that thing, but Ren assured me that he'd tell me what to do and keep me safe the entire time. Daunting couldn't even begin to describe how I felt when the engine turned on, and I was certain Ren had scratch marks with how tightly I was clinging to him, but I somehow came out of it unscathed. I even managed to pack myself a nice warm hoodie that smelled like Ren, even if its only purpose was to protect me from the wind and flying debris. And when we parted in front of the library with a friendly goodbye, Ren waited until I was inside the building before taking off. But I barely make it 3 feet inside before a mess of blonde hair enters my field of vision and almost knocks me over. I feel like the black screen is like getting worse and worse, right? Like the numbers. They're getting more and more visible. I'm surprised she's not dead. Angel, there you are! Quick, I need your help! Eleanor's anxious demeanor catches me off guard, and I immediately do a sweep of the library for anything out of place. But I'm hardly given any time to take in my surroundings before Eleanor reaches for my arm and all but drags me behind the reception counter and towards a mountain of paperwork. Stack upon stacks of books, files, newspapers, and manila folders cover the entire expanse of their desk, and for the briefest moment, it almost resembles a messy archive repository rather than her workstation. Nothing new? Lots to do today for Ren. Maple found threats again. Who's Maple? Okay, I think that's it. What's happening? This is not okay from Eleanor. What's all this? This was supposed to be sorted out yesterday. I sort of did it already. In fact, I know I did. I remember leaving it all in Conan's office before I left work yesterday, so you can imagine my surprise when I saw it back on my desk this morning. Eleanor seemed genuinely concerned, especially with how she's flitting about and pacing back and forth in front of me. It was almost like she had seen a ghost, and if I didn't know any better, I honestly would have believed it. Please help me. If Conan finds out that I somehow messed up again, I don't know what will happen. Hey, don't worry, Elle. I'll help. And I doubt Conan will get mad. You know how he is. I suppose you're right. Her shoulders seem to visibly relax at my words, and she slumps into her chair with a heavy sigh. Thank you so much, Angel. Do you think you can manage the stack of books? I'll handle all of the files. Without missing a beat, lest our boss magically appears somewhere behind us, we immediately get back to work. Time flies by quickly when I have my chatty coworker to keep me company. She fills me in on how the freak storm caught everyone off guard, and how some of the patrons shares the same idea of seeking refuge. Refuge? Refuge? Fuck me. Within the library as well. Apparently Eleanor was the only one around to keep eyes on things, and from the sounds of it, she seemed to take on the leadership role like a pro. Still, discussing her whereabouts had me thinking. This reminds me, where did you go the other day? The other day? What do you mean? You remember Ren, the pink-haired guy? Huh? Wait, that's so cool. What do you mean she doesn't remember, huh? Oh, Loverboy. Oh, she does. Well, I'm disappointed. Yeah, him. After we had that conversation with Ren, I never saw you afterwards. Let me think. I watch as she inclines her head to the side to think, and all too quickly she snapped her fingers and gave me an affirmative nod. Oh, that's right. Well, this is a bit embarrassing, but I ended up going home early. Why? I must have accidentally bumped into something while cleaning the stockroom the other day. And before I knew it, one of the shelves came tumbling down on me. Yo, what the fuck? That's a murder attempt. It wasn't until a little while later when Conan found me and pulled me out. You knocked over an entire shelf? Miss Creston? Knowing I was only teasing, Eleanor sends me a sheepish smile and bows her head to hide her reddening cheeks. Now that I think about it, the shelves in the stockroom had always seemed relatively stable to me. My coworker wasn't known for her strength, so it didn't make much sense for it to topple over that easily. But thankfully, Eleanor elaborates more, almost as if she could hear the gears in my head working overtime. Well, I suppose it was a tad bit odd. I mean, I've worked in this library for more than 5 years now, and not once have I heard so much as a creak from those shelves. It does seem strange, yeah. Well, I have no doubt Conan will be installing new storage shelves soon. Oh, and speaking of, did you notice the new awnings outside the library? I suppose the sudden storm from yesterday had something to do with it. In fact, oh, maybe you heard it on the news already. I heard that all the rain... Our conversation gets cut short as I watch Eleanor's attention drift behind me and towards the flashing red light above one of the shelves. Duty calls, I guess. Still so weird how a library has that. Mine doesn't. I don't understand. Is this like a game thing? Or just a real world thing? As soon as she stands, I shoot her an appreciative smile, which she returns with an apologetic one of her own and meanders her way towards the aisle. Now left to my own devices, I go back to sorting through the books and putting them into separate piles. I managed to get a solid 10 minutes to myself before the sudden sense of unease creeps up on me. It felt as though someone was watching me, so I take a curious sweep across the vicinity to try and locate the source. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. People were studying, others were quietly typing away at computers, and I could even spot the back of Eleanor's head from her spot near the fantasy fiction aisle. Nothing was out of place yet. That unnerving feeling of having eyes on the back of my head still lingered. In fact, now that I think about it, it was eerily similar to the feeling I got when I was walking home a few days ago. Violet's word about someone breaking into my apartment echo in my mind before it all suddenly dawns upon me. The supposed person watching me. Could it somehow be linked? It's the creepy pink-haired guy! No, definitely not. New status update, maybe? Perhaps? No. Where am I anyway? We don't know. I don't know, actually. Hyunjae is in the middle of the ocean? What the fuck? Wait, huh? Huh? Or is he far away? Or is he like thrown in the ocean? Am I insane? Am I going crazy? This game, I swear. No, definitely not. Shaking my head, I try to dismiss those unsettling thoughts before they start to develop into something more sinister. There was no one watching me. After all, there was hardly anything impressive about me that warrants a stalker in the first place. I was as plain as they come, and if some loser really did break into my house, they left empty-handed. That alone clearly proved that I don't own anything worth stealing, except maybe my limited edition Attack on Giant figurines. But even then, I remember thoroughly inspecting my apartment once I got home, and nothing was out of place nor looked like it had been touched. Everything was as I left it that morning. Yet it still didn't explain why I was feeling this way. Fear and apprehension seems to overwhelm my senses so much that my mind barely registers the sound of something rustling. And I looked down to see that I had been worrying the papers in my hands for the past few minutes. Have I been stressing out that badly? Geez, I was really letting all this paranoia get to the best of me. Shaking my head once more, I decide it's best to not let those thoughts fester and grow into something far bigger than it should be. No one broke into my apartment, and no one was watching me right now. I was making a mountain out of a molehill, and nothing was going to scare me. Pretty. Hello? Booba. Whoa. Instead of some creepy stalker dressed in all black, I was met with blonde hair and expensive-looking clothing. Was this the person I felt watching me? It was difficult to make out her words over the loud, rapid sounds of my heartbeat, so I tried my best to calm down before responding. Sorry, I didn't notice you come in. Ahem. Welcome to the Corlin Bay Library. Can I help you with anything? I hope I sounded professional enough, though I'm sure there was still a lingering sense of fear in my words and a facial expression to match. But it starts to dissipate as I take in the woman's appearance. She hot. Her green eye seems oddly familiar to me, but what gives it all away is how the woman slightly inclines her head to the side as she looks over me with concern. Surely not. Was that? I don't suppose. Are you Kiara? Eleanor's told me all about you. In the flesh! I'm actually here to visit my darling sister, would you believe? But now you've piqued my interest. She shoots me a harmless wink and rests her hands atop the reception counter. Oh, even the clanging of her jewelry sounds expensive, and I can't help but look at her in awe. Tell me, what else has Nori said about me? How will you respond? Wow! I guess the yandere is trying to make us, excluded from everyone else. Yeah, sure. I'll stir the pot. I like stirring the pot. She finds you annoying. Nothing I haven't heard before. I think it's my sisterly duty to annoy her at least once a day. It keeps me young. What about you? Have any siblings of your own to annoy? Angel! As if summoning Eleanor herself, she emerges from somewhere behind me and joins us at the front desk. Kiara, what are you doing here? There she is. What, am I not allowed to see my little sis? I'm at work right now. You could have texted me in advance. But I wanted to surprise you. And look, I come bearing gifts. At that, Kiara places down a few bags branded with high-end prints and designer logos. Sorry, darling. If I knew I'd be meeting you here, I would have brought extra. I'm sure there's something for you in one of the bags as well. Pick whatever Eleanor doesn't want. Free stuff? I genuinely wish I could be rich enough to say something like that. Yeah, the dark screen I feel like is getting weirder and weirder. The sisters seems fully engrossed in each other's presence, so I leave them alone so that they can have their moment to catch up. After all, I didn't know how long it had been since Eleanor and Kiara had seen each other, and the mountain of work in front of me wasn't going to sort itself out in the meantime. But before I can silently slip away and sit back down, oh god, a tattooed arm boxes me in and commands my attention. I hate him so much. Creston 20 for 20% off your item. Oh, is Kiara, what is it called? An influencer? That's cool. And for the second time today, the expensive smell of wealth and luxury floods my senses. Only this time, I know the person who it belonged to. I hate you, Theo. Dang, who are they? Seemingly out of nowhere, Theo appears with that familiar smirk on his face and an unbothered drawl in his tone. He's absolutely shameless with how his eyes take in both of the sisters' appearances before he's leaning more of his weight onto his arm and shooting me an expectant look. Ugh, he's gross. Don't even think about it, Theo. Trust me, you don't want to know what I'm thinking about right now. Given how he leans even closer to my side with a sultry grin, I end up believing his words. After all, I wouldn't put it past Theo to think up multiple ways to cause a scene in his free time. Why is he here? Get him out of my game! Ugh. Not jealous, are you? Why would she even... Whether or not it was my sudden outburst that captures their attention, Eleanor and Kiara finally seems to notice us, and I thank my lucky stars for a chance to escape this conversation. Just came back, hear me out? No, because when I first saw him, I was like, oh, but now, ugh, he's gross. I'd take Mr. Huge Face any day compared to him. Perhaps I could sneak off to the employees' lounge while everyone was busy talking? I'm sure. You work here too? I've got a few things here that you could check out. Ugh, exactly. Thank you, Angel. I like you. Despite my disgust at Theo's blatant flirting, Eleanor seems to be eating it up. Oh, never mind. Fuck you. With a slight blush on her cheeks. Oh, actually, I'm just visiting. I don't work here, but little Nori over here does. I'm sure she can help you out. Despite her friendly tone, Kiara seems to be passively shutting down Theo's attempts at flirting and redirecting it towards Eleanor instead. Yet, Theo doesn't seem to be picking up on it, instead choosing to lean a little more against the counter so that his muscles flex under his form-fitted shirt and crosses his ankles. Ugh. You're not from around here, are you? I'd remember a face like yours. The name's Theodore, by the way, but cuties like you can call me Theo. I'm gonna call him Theodore from now on, just to make it formal. Charming. I'm Kiara. And no, I'm only in town for a few weeks, visiting some relatives and finding some inspiration before I head back home. Inspiration, huh? I could show you around. Well, aren't you fun? What about my babysitter? Baby sister, gah. Huh? But I'm older than you. Come on, live a little, Nori. This is why I prefer homie cipher. You always tell me how you're holed up at work all the time. It's so hard to talk. I'm so bad at talking. I suppose, but looks like you're in the need of a bit of fun. I can help with that. Have either of you been to the aquarium lately? It opened recently. Not yet, but I'll have to give your offer a pass, I'm afraid. Aquarium's not your style? You're not my style. Kiara is the GOAT. The only character I like so far in this game. Ouch. Despite the low blow to his ego, Theo didn't look the least bit offended. In fact, he seems to thrive off of it. Yeah, he's really creepy. Exactly. He's gross. But as if fate felt the urge to intervene, Kiara's phone suddenly goes off and startles everyone. Sorry, give me a sec. I need to take this call. She slips away before any of us can have the chance to respond, and without missing a beat, Theo immediately takes her previous spot besides Eleanor. And what about you? Me? Don't see anyone else around, princess. Please don't. Oh, well, I mean, Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks? I guess so. He really shaped up. I mean, his hair even has the green thing. So, he's changed a lot these days. Puberty made him weird. Oh, well, I mean, I think it'd be fun, but I suppose it would be a bit awkward if it's just you and me. You heard her, doll. Ain't no way I'm going anywhere with you. As if finally acknowledging my presence, Theo turns to me with an expecting look on his face. Why don't you tag along? I'll even see if Leon wants to join in the fun. It'll be like a double date. He's so smug, I know. Ugh. At that, Eleanor visibly seems to relax a little bit. I spare a quick glance in her direction, and I can pick up on the barest hint of hope in her eyes. Wait, she wanted to go on a date with Theo? I don't know, well... Oh, what? Got better things to do? Yeah, anything. Look, I'll pay for everything. I can even pick you up as well if you want. Sounds good? That's actually really dangerous. You have to be careful and make sure you trust the person picking you up, because if you're stranded without a way to go home because the person picking you up is a creep, 1, they know your address now, 2, you can't fucking go home without them. So be careful, everyone. Not that I'd ever openly admit it to Theo, but his offer was finally starting to sound tempting. I mean, free food and a free outing? It was too good to refuse, however, it's Theo, therefore I do not want. Huh? Why do I have to go? No, let's see the bad ending. I don't wanna go. Why do I wanna go? No thanks. Theo scoffs at my answer while Eleanor visibly deflates. I'm doing this for you, girly. Sorry guys, but I just don't feel up for it. No, I get it. Please don't feel pressure to do something you don't want to, Angel. Thank you. I can tell you've been on edge lately. I wouldn't want to add any more unnecessary stress. Yeah, cool, whatever. I'm sure Jay would be happy to join us instead. Without so much as glancing in my direction, he pulls out his phone and immediately starts to text someone. Eleanor awkwardly shuffles on her feet at the abrupt end of the conversation, but otherwise she doesn't seem to pick up on Theo's curt behavior. Great, it couldn't possibly get more awkward than this. There you are, Angel. Ah, I didn't realize you were busy. Finally, it was as if someone had heard my prayers this time. Conan emerges from somewhere behind me. What was up with that today? And offers me an escape from the current conversation. And without missing a beat, I turn towards my savior and spare him a thankful glance. Make sure to silently apologize to Eleanor as well, clearly uneasy with the thought of leaving her alone with Theo. But she seems all too happy with how she subtly shoos me away with a hand behind her back. Sure, I can sleep away for a moment. Did you need something? Just need an extra pair of hands to sort through some boxes. But if you're busy, I'll manage it by myself. It's fine, I could use a breather. Okay, so perhaps I didn't need to announce that so joyfully? With warm cheeks, I turn back towards Eleanor and Theo to send them one final is bolded. Are we gonna die? Apologetic look before following after Conan. Interesting. Apologies for this. I didn't mean to steal you from your friends. It's a work day. It's a working hour. Why are you apologizing? That's so weird. This happened to be sorting through all the books a coworker managed to knock over this morning, and making sure they were all in the correct category before putting them back onto the cart. It felt eerily similar to what I had been previously doing with Eleanor, only this time there weren't any Theo-shaped annoyances to keep me company. Great, we have Detective Conan right now! I actually don't really enjoy that. I don't know why. I think it's because my brother kept insisting on watching it all the time, so I just got bored of it. But man, I swear, Conan had to be the only boss who would be perfectly fine with their employees slacking off to talk with their friends instead. Yeah, he's a good boss. I would like to work with him. He hadn't said a word about Theo and possibly Kiara too, depending on how long he'd been standing behind me, and seemed more than okay with us huddling around the reception desk. Deciding not to push my luck, I returned Conan's soft look with one of my own. Why are you disappointed? Because Conan, it's fine, Lynn, you can have it. Like, I like the ship one. The ship one was cool, the movie. The rest is shit. Sorry, not shit, I guess. The rest is not my palette. Kaita Kid is hot. The ship is cool. I like the ending song. That's it. It's fine, don't worry about it. I've been meaning to ask you something actually. Has everything been going alright with you? Nothing shady has been happening lately? What do you mean? Haven't heard the news? There's been a few murders happening in the Bay Area recently. Admittedly, I have been worrying for your safety as of late. You live by yourself, correct? Oh, he's so nice. Yeah, but I've recently had a friend stay with me. Now that I think about it, he's also been concerned for my safety. That's good. I'm glad. Listen, if something ever happens... Conan awkwardly glances back over his shoulder before returning his gaze back to me. Nothing but sincerity stares back, and I find myself in a stunned silence. Here, it's my personal number. But due to the lack of clarification, I ended up sending him a confused look instead of thanking him. I know you've only recently moved back to Corlin Bay, but you've yet to put someone down as your emergency contact. He's so nice! I like him! I'm worried you won't have anyone to call in case something does happen. I want to make sure you're safe at all times. Aw, thank you, Conan. Of course. He gives my shoulder a gentle pat before resuming his original task. The conversation falls back into an easy, comfortable silence, and I pocket his number before pouring all of my focus towards the books laid out in front of me. The rest of my shift passes by uneventfully, and at some point, Eleanor informs me that Kiara had to leave for a work-related matter and wouldn't be coming back for a few days. She'd even asked Eleanor to give me her number as well, alongside mentioning something about sharing more embarrassing stories about little Nori the next time we talk, whatever that meant. Still, it was really nice to finally meet Eleanor's sister, and it was even kinder of her to give me a fountain pen before she left. Or at least, I assumed it was Kiara? I found the expensive-looking box sitting on my desk once I returned, and I wasted no time in opening it up and examining its contents. I suck at talking. The pen itself appeared to be made from extremely high-quality materials, and the cursive A+R logo looked rather fancy underneath the light. Interesting. Made a mental note to get something for Kiara as well. Kiara wouldn't give you an A+R! What? That's clearly Ren. Are you stupid? Before pocketing the pen next to Conan's number and packing up my belongings for the day. Examining. Yeah, examining. What did I say? But as I'm slipping out of the library's back door, I noticed Theo, Eleanor, Leon, and Jay all standing around the alleyway's entrance in an avid conversation. What's happening? This is not okay. Lots of things to do today. What are you doing? Are you murdering people? Make sure to stay safe. Maple found a treat. Why is the hospital busy? Planning something? Okay. Yeah, I know that. It's the examining. What did I say? Planning their outing tomorrow, no doubt. Despite the cold treatment Theo gave me earlier for rejecting his offer, it was nice to see Eleanor out and making new friends. Malaysian gang? No, I'm Indonesian. Deciding not to ruin their fun, I quietly sneak out the back door and take the opposite route home. But you know, close enough, right? We're neighbors. But something at the back of my mind must have seriously been bothering me, because I didn't even feel like visiting the manga store on my way back. Geez, whatever it was, I hope it'll pass soon. You wrote gang in an Indonesian way, Lynn. Once home, I waste no time in shrugging out my work clothes, preparing something to eat and getting ready for bed. The newest chapter for Always With You will be out soon, and I was interested to see what would happen between the main character and her love interest next. Of course, no one could ever replace my beloved Haruko, but he was slowly starting to climb his way up my list. Unlike some of the other mainstream love interests, he treated MC with so much respect and adoration, and seeing their strong bond somehow filled an unknown empty gap in my heart. Perhaps it was no more than wishful thinking, but I've always longed to have a deep connection like that with someone. Yet, in all my years of living, I've never actually found anything remotely close to it, let alone in the city or in Corlin Bay. Couldn't help but let out a heavy sigh at that, before realizing just how silly I was acting, and replacing it with a scoff instead. Well, whatever. At least I still have my fictional crushes. Okay, she's so relatable, but I still don't like her. Just as I'm about to pull out my phone and check out if the latest chapter is out, Leon's name illuminates the screen. Why? What's going on? Nothing important. Okay. Almost like second nature, my finger taps the answer button without so much as a second thought. His warm voice in the ocean immediately greeted me, and I would find myself wondering why he's still at the beach at this hour. Probably starting to pack up after a day of volleyball with a few of his friends, no doubt. Is he gonna be scary? Hey, Angel. You're not busy right now, are you? I know it's kinda late. Leon? Hey, not at all. I was just getting settled into bed. What's up? So, I met up with Jay and Theo today. He was going on about this little get-together he had planned for tomorrow. You know, the one involving your coworker? Oh boy, here we go. Well, he told me that he didn't feel like tagging along, and Leon seemed to trail off after that, and I can almost hear the gears turning inside his head as he tries to think of what to say. Actually, can I be real honest with you for a sec? I actually called to see if you'd consider changing your mind. Fuck no, I hate Theo. See, something big came up with Jay, so he can't make it tomorrow. Did he actually get thrown in the water? No, he didn't. Okay, where is he? J. Okay, so he didn't get thrown in the water, and I was insane. I don't really want to cancel on Theo either, but I figured it'd be awkward if it's just me tagging along on his supposed date with Eleanor. I could completely understand where Leon was coming from. I mean, just mere hours ago, I found myself in the exact same predicament. I honestly didn't see the point in tagging along, especially if the date had nothing to do with me. But leaving Eleanor alone with Theo would have definitely made things awkward for sure. But before I can dwell on it any further, Leon's voice pulls me from my thoughts. So I was thinking, if Elle and Theo ended up hitting it off, maybe we could sneak off and go to the beach instead? Oh, if it's just the two of us, I'm chill. It's not like we'd be needed after that. And besides, I still owe you something from our favorite ice cream stand, remember? I couldn't help but laugh at that. Oh please, that promise was from years ago. I honestly thought you'd forget all about it by now. No way, a promise is still a promise. If you let me copy your math homework, I'd buy you your favorite ice cream in return. Bet you didn't think the ice cream stand would close for a week, huh? Or the fact that I'd be somewhere overseas a week after that. Alas, many me didn't have the ability to predict the future, Angel. Yet. Someone had to humble you. Aw, come on, I was barely 10 years old. Who's gonna humble a kid? Leon's laughter fills the silence, and I can't help but think back to the all-too-familiar ice cream stand on the pier. One dairy cream thought soon leads to another. What the fuck does that mean, cream thought? Okay. And the next thing I know, I'm thinking about the date I shared with Ren. Would he like ice cream? What flavor would he choose? And after what happened yesterday, would he even go back to the pier in the first place? My thought only spiraled after that, and I find myself wondering if I'd have the chance to run into him tomorrow. After all, Cortland Bay isn't that big of a coastal town, so it wouldn't be strange for us to run into each other again sooner or later. I mean, I literally met Ren at my own workplace because we shared a few common interests in books. His just so happened to be native flora, and you! That kind of stuff wasn't something either of us could control, and I was most likely looking too deep into it. Still, barely had the opportunity to see him at all today. In all honesty, I was starting to miss him. In fact, it all was almost as if I was beginning to have pink-haired enigma withdrawals or something. Weird. Angel, still with me? Crap, I was spacing out on Leon again. Sorry, what did you say? Boring you to death with all my yarning? Yearning? Am I? Don't worry, I'll let you get some rest after this. I just wanted to know if you'd reconsider. I promise I won't let Theo ruin our day tomorrow. Besides, it'd be good to catch up again, yeah? Just like old times. Should I? Why does he want me to go? Like, the game, I mean. I don't understand. What's the purpose? I'm out of save files already. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna decline, just to see. Sorry, but I really don't think I can stomach being around that muscle-headed idiot. Yeah, no, I get it. Don't worry, Sunfish. You don't have to force yourself. And there's no need to apologize either. If you don't want to go, then you don't have to go. I'll go have fun in your stead. He's so nice. But what did I do to deserve as someone as considerate as Leon in my life? Thanks, Leo. Make sure to send me updates, yeah? I can't exactly tolerate Theo, but I can tolerate you and Eleanor just fine. Haha, you got it. Undercover cop Leon Davis reporting in. No need to worry. Your updates will be handwritten with love and personally sent to your address every 5 minutes. Oh, that was weird. I couldn't stop the laugh that came out at his usual dramatics. The second I see them so much as hold hands, I'll be sure to snap a pic so we can use it as like blackmail or something. I mean, surely there's someone out there who'd pay big amounts of money for that kind of stuff, right? Not the world-renowned Leon Davis using his own friend as blackmail? He's truly gone corrupt. Can I get a moment of silence for... The text is moving. Leon's voice abruptly cuts in and out, so I thumb the volume button to try and hear him better. What's to do? Blah blah blah. Leon. Okay, nothing. Come again? Your sentence got cut off. Huh? Oh, I said, can I get... Hello, Leon? I think you're breaking up. Are we breaking up? But I thought we were gonna be partners in crime until the day we... Wait, is this still a bid? Or can you really not hear me? Because I can hear just fine, Angel. Oh, actually, you do sound kind of distorted now, and... Pressing the phone closer to my ear, I tried to make out Leon's words, except nothing but static and white noise greets me. Did the call cut out? Too preoccupied with examining my phone, I hardly make out the sound of my window sliding open. Why would you slide open? I didn't go anywhere with any boys. Oh, it's a new one! I'm so excited! Oh my god, a new one! You didn't agree to go on a date, Angel? Why? Is it because of Theo? Because of me? Yeah, it's definitely something's happening. I'm so excited. Were you thinking about me? Huh? Did you want to see me again? Is that it? Angel, I missed you too. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you as much today. But I saw you. Couldn't take my eyes off of you. You're so fun to watch, Angel. It's so cute when you think you're by yourself. I could see you, shaking behind the reception counter earlier. Were you thinking about me? Don't worry, I'll always be with you. Do you want to be with me too? Is that why you were trying to meet me here? Keep it up, and I won't let you leave next time. You want that? Do you want to be with me here, forever? Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever? Angel! Angel! Angel, 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 angel! I was just kidding. I only wanted to tease you a little. Get your heart racing the same way you make mine. Me, Core? Really? You act like this when you have a crush. I'm scared of you. Please don't be scared of me. You know I'd never hurt you. But the thought of always having you by my side is so... overwhelming. I ache to have you near. Did you know that? And now that I finally have you here again, maybe I could... No, I can't. Not yet. This time I want you to agree to go on a date with that deadbeat friend of yours. Red like Mr. Scarlatella. What is it with my viewers and liking red flag guys, huh? Get some help, you guys. But Mr. Scarlatella is green? No, he's not green. What do you mean he's scarlet? As much as I want to be with you here forever, there's still so much planned for the both of us. I can't see it, but I can feel it. I can tell something big is going to happen soon. I can't wait to see what it is. I can't wait to experience it with you too, Angel. Alright, I'm going to send you back now. No jump scares this time, I promise, Angel. So be good and do as I say, okay? I love you, Angel. I love you so much. Me when I talk to like pets and stuff. Until next time. Okay, so yeah, no jump scare. Let me try restarting. Oh, did you see that? The icon broke. Yes, I would like to enable it. Thank you. She. Were you looking for me, Angel? You're so cute. Alright, are you ready to try again? This time I'll help you out. Oh, this is the same as before. Yeah, I think the black screen is like going is being like really it's starting to get longer and longer. Anyways, I need to go to the toilet. Be right back. Your IRL man hasn't texted you back in 15 minutes? Damn. No, I wouldn't say that. It's okay, just look up Mr. Huge Face fan arts. You'll be fine. You can take it. You can survive. I know you can. Okay, so we're just gonna skip along. Answer your reply later. So he wants me to... He likes it when I... What is it called? Ignore people and basically pick fights. I'll do something alternative. I don't think we've done that. Never mind, we have. Sorry, I'm in a rush. Lie and end the conversation. I just remembered that I was supposed to go do an inventory check a couple hours ago. So if you'll excuse me... Oh. Huh. Okay. Sorry for lying. No, you don't. Huh? What just happened? The eccentric man seems almost hesitant for a moment before his hand shoots out for a handshake. Word marks. If you're busy, then I'll let you go. But my name is Ren, and it was nice to meet you, Angel. Thank you for your help. How did you know my name? Surely there was no way Ren was able to guess my real name from a silly little nickname he made up on the spot. And where did his timid persona go? Your name tag. As if to prove a point, Ren reaches out to gently flick the name tag that I somehow forgot that I had put on this morning. Oh. Wait, your IRL man hasn't texted you back in 15 minutes? Isn't this like really late for you? Maybe your man's sleeping then. Why does he keep looking at me like that? Let's not invite him over this time because I really don't want to deal with him like sleeping on my bed and stuff. Probably. It's honestly so annoying when men don't text you when they're going to sleep. It's honestly crazy. Like, how could you? Let's send him a text. I thought I already sent him a text before. So what if it was almost 11 at night? Before I can give myself time to rethink, I shoot Ren a short text explaining who this was and ask if he enjoyed his book. There, that should do it. The response is almost immediate as my phone screen lights up in my hand, and I quickly open up my message app again to check. Hi, Angel! Yes, I'm reading through it right now. So far, it's really good. Exactly what I was expecting. Even the way he typed seemed adorable. He should have woken up for you. So true. He doesn't love you enough. You should tell him that. How dare he? Hope this isn't weird or anything, but I was kinda hoping you'd text back, and I'm glad you did, so thank you. I'll just... Haha, thanks for leaving your number. Oh yeah, no worries. He seems to take his time with the text response, judging from how the gray typing bubble flashes on the bottom of the text. Glad you didn't throw it away. Actually, I was wondering if you were free tomorrow? I still wanted to thank you for helping me find that book. Oh, is he serious? Like a date? He seems undecided on what to say as the gray typing bubble keeps flashing on the screen. What seems like minutes pass before he finally settles on a response. Yeah, like a date, if that's okay with you? I can pick you up at your place tomorrow and we can go visit the pier or something. Hehe. Okay, yeah, it's the same then. Then we're going on the date. Wait, why am I... Wait, no, it's fine. And then... Huh? It's different? With his sweet words in mind, I began to drift off. So, Ren, huh? I wonder what tomorrow will bring. Waking up to the sounds of birds chirping outside and the sunlight filtering through my blinds, I groggily rubbed my eyes before absent-mindedly staring at the ceiling for a few moments. A lot had occurred last night, and I still needed to process most of it. Okay, actually, I think I'm just gonna save here. Right? And then load the thing with, Leon. Accept Leon's offer. Odd. Perhaps it was because there was a slim chance to run into Ren again, but I find myself agreeing after all. Besides, it no longer felt like Theo's request, but rather Leon's request. And unlike that musclehead, I had no problems with my childhood friend. I think, like, literally, the world is against MC, if that makes sense. Like, everyone is being used to force MC to be with Ren. Does that make sense? It's all just a simulation, you guys. I feel better knowing that Leon would be tagging along with me tomorrow. And who knows, maybe even Ren might make another one of his appearances. I certainly hoped so. I was starting to feel a bit embarrassing with how much I've been thinking about him lately. He really did take up a lot of my thoughts, didn't he? With that pink-haired enigma in my mind, I confirmed my plans for tomorrow with Leon before saying goodnight and ending the call. I wonder what tomorrow will bring. Scary stuff. Rainbow bandages, a red tunnel, blue eyes. Huh? Rainbow bandages? That's all I can seem to recall from my dream as the blaring bzz 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 of my alarm pulls me from my slumber. Almost groggily, I reach for my phone to turn it off and flop back into my bed. Curious, I glance at the screen to check the time, only to get blinded by the brightness of my wallpaper. Ugh. Wincing at the bright screen that practically flashbangs me, I crack open one eye and read the numbers on the screen. 9:05 a.m. So it wasn't too early then. I still had plenty of time to get ready for the day and possibly make some waffles for breakfast. The batter would expire soon anyway, and I didn't really feel like visiting the bakery this morning. With that plan in mind, I let out a sleepy groan and roll out of bed. Muscle memory kicks in, and my immediate reaction is to open the blinds for some much-needed sunshine. but when I glanced at my windows, they were already pulled back. Sunlight had been pouring into my room for who knows how long, and I didn't even notice. And when did I even open them? I swear I closed the blinds last night. In fact, I was confident I did, because there was no way I'd be getting any sleep after finding out a potential stalker was creeping outside my window. Don't tell me someone broke in again. Shine bright like a diamond. Bro really saw life for the moment. I would notice instantly if someone opens my windows. I don't know, like the brightness. I do not like it when light shines into my eyes. I try not to focus on this twang of dread slowly building up inside the pit of my stomach. It wasn't about to get worked up again, and so early in the morning too. I do wonder, does he- oh, he loves us now. Why are planes so scary? Oh, is he visiting? Oh my god. I feel like it's going to rain soon. Good morning everyone, let's make today another wonderful day. You make me so happy. I think, therefore I am, looking for a man to send me money. Same! Don't sleep in. Anyone wanna keep me company later? Me? At him. Me? Hello, me! Loving the scene in Corlin Bay. Ugh, this was not what I needed to start my day with. Deciding not to dwell on it now, I stand up and gradually work out the kinks in my body. No way was I going to let this ruin the outing I had planned with Theo, Eleanor, and Leon. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We were supposed to go to the aquarium today. With that in mind, I make a mental note to dress appropriately as I walk over to my closet. Absentmindedly, I run my fingers across some of my clothes before pulling something trendy from the rack. My usual style has never let me down before, so I decide to stick with the theme and wear something similar. I pick out a few more matching pieces and accessories before giving them all a cursory glance. Feeling satisfied with the items I choose, I nod in approval before heading to the bathroom to change. I doubt the hot water would work this early in the morning, so having a nice, refreshing shower was definitely out of the question. Well, not that it really mattered. I still needed to buy some more shampoos anyway, and... oh? Strange. Was my toothbrush holder always the solid black color? Could have sworn it was gray. You don't need to steal my toothbrush. If you want to brush your teeth, go buy your own toothbrush. Don't take mine. The fuck? Picking it up from the shelf, I gave it a once over. The Haruko print was still there, yet it somehow felt heavier in my hands. Then again, I don't exactly go around meticulously measuring how heavy my items are in the first place. Cameras? Listening devices? Jeez, today was seriously a day of overthinking, huh? Whatever. Putting the holder back onto the shelf, I focus my attention back on the reflection of myself in the mirror and give an appreciative nod. The outfit I chose looked perfect, and once I put everything on, all I'd have left is to decide on how I should style my hair. What should I do? Oh my god, we're playing dress up! Oh wait, no, that's serious. I kind of want to say I don't have hair, but like, not as an offensive way, just like funny, haha. I guess I'll do my hair. I have mid-length or long? Mid-length. I guess my hair is mid-length. Yo, chill. I have wavy hair. An idea comes to mind and I immediately set to work. Hour flies by and I've somehow managed to get dressed, style my hair, and finish breakfast in record time. With nothing left to do, I decide I might as well kill time in my entryway by picking out which shoes to wear. But just as I stop in front of the shoe rack, something near the front door catches my eye. What is it this time? A letter? Odd. My door doesn't have a letterbox, so I usually have to visit the front desk to collect my mail. That is, if Violet doesn't bring it up for me. She's so nice! So what was this doing here? Curiosity gets to the better of me, and I find myself scooping up the letter and opening it. Inside was nothing more than a folded note written in red ink, and... Is it red ink? Was that a lock of dyed green hair? He killed Theo. Holy shit, he killed Theo. Where the fuck is Theo? Somewhere over there. Interesting. The song changed. What the... Does this belong to Theo? A chill runs down my spine once I realize what exactly this item is, and I hesitantly scan the rest of the notes for answers. It simply read, I think he might need a new lock as well, don't you think? And don't bother warning him about this. I'll know. Why would what's his face? Ren be mean to us like this? That doesn't seem like Ren. Let's keep this between us, alright? It'll be our little secret. What the hell? Was this somehow tied to that loser who broke into my apartment a few days ago? Or was it someone else entirely? Though admittedly, whoever this stalker was, they were honestly doing a pretty bad job at making their intentions clear. I mean, what exactly were they trying to accomplish by doing this? They want me to stay away from Theo as well? Or just keep silent? Why did they get out of blackmailing me like this? And why target Theo specifically? None of this made any sense. Ren might have did something. I actually have a theory where, you know, it's not like really a theory, but like, from all the bad endings, quotation mark, we've gotten of Ren, it seems like he's struggling against like a monster or something in him, and I don't know, it gives me a lot of Ukyo from Amnesia vibes, if you know that. I don't know, because I don't think Ren would blackmail us. He kind of likes us too much for that. I don't know. And now that I give it more thought, I still wasn't sure what they wanted from me, either. Why go through all this trouble in the first place? It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong. Maybe moving back to the Bay wasn't a good idea after all. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like, especially ending 2. I remember the bad ending 2. It was like, it doesn't deserve to be with you, but I do. Kind of like that. And I was like, huh, interesting. Internal fight. So yeah. I mean, I left the hardships and turmoil of the city behind for a reason. I wanted fresh air and new faces and a more easygoing lifestyle. Things I would never get in the city, and then now it seems like history is only repeating itself once more. I thought I could live a peaceful life here, with my new jobs and friends, but now I've somehow found myself in more trouble than I could ever ask for. And what's worse is that after denying my own paranoia for so long, this was all it took to convince me that my potential intruder really was real after all. Crap, maybe Violet was right. Remember brushing off her concerns because the idea of a stalker seems so far-fetched for me, especially given Corlin-based innocuous reputation. But now, admittedly, a big part of me wanted to see Violet was still home, but another part kept me rooted in place. Would it be safe? What if the intruder was still lurking outside? Bzz, bzz. Suddenly my phone goes off and scares the living daylights out of me, so much so that I end up dropping it on the hardwood floor and clambering to pick it back up in a panic. Crap, 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 crap. With shaking hands, I forgo looking for any dents and cracks in the screen as I try to discern the reason for the noise instead. The letter T shows up where the caller ID should be, along with the suggestive contact photo of someone's abs that I don't remember taking. T? Oh, Theo! Oh, gross. Which could only mean one thing. Theo was calling. It takes a few failed attempts, but I somehow manage to press the answer button and respond with a shaky tone. Hello? Well, dang doll, you sound like you just woke up. Not planning on sleeping in, are you? Even if it was just to tease me, Hearing Theo's smug voice honestly brought a lot of sense of comfort. It meant that he was safe after all, and I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief at the thought. Oh, did I take your breath away? That's real cute. I take it all back. Was it really okay for me to talk to him like this? Now that I think about it, I'd also have to spend the entire day with Theo as well. I guess it would be fine. It's not like the note told me otherwise. I suppose it's my stalker's fault for not being more thorough with their passive-aggressive letter for me. Maybe if they were more... Ugh, no, what was I thinking? And where did this sudden burst of foolhardiness come from? I have to start taking things this seriously, otherwise... Dang, still speechless? Don't tell me you fell asleep after all. What? No, Good, cause I'm outside your apartment right now. Who the fuck invited you? Your neighborhood looks like crap, by the way. Smells like it too. Your face smells like crap. Did you seriously call me just to make fun of where I live? I called to tell you to hurry up. Unless you want to walk to the aquarium. In fact, maybe I should just... Ah, dang it. Well, if it isn't little Miss Priss all by her lonesome. Oh, she looks mad. Theo's voice practically oozes smugness as he taunts whoever it is he's talking to, most likely Violet, before I hear him adjust the phone and continue speaking. Oi, dollface, hurry up, won't you? He hangs up before I can mutter out a response. But still, knowing that Theo was downstairs somehow gave me the confidence to leave the safety of my home, though not before committing the state of my apartment to memory and triple-checking my lock. I have half a mind to quickly snap photos of everything to see if anything was touched in my absence, but I doubt I'd have enough time. Still, if my stalker does decide to come back again, I'd want to know. Now I'm thinking about photos. This gives me the perfect opportunity to splurge on some security cameras. I had been needing them for quite some time now anyway. With all this talk of violent crimes, dead bodies, and murder happening on the news lately, and now this intruder, I figured it'd be better to be safe than sorry. So deciding to let Theo suffer, even just a little bit, at the hands of Violet, I pull out my phone to scroll through some home security bundles on sale as I make my way towards the lobby. There's like some highlighted numbers, right? I'm gonna have to like run that through a binary system coder. Theo ended up being uncharacteristically quiet through the drive, and if I were being honest, I appreciated the silence. It was definitely odd not having our typical playful banter, but it also wasn't something I needed first thing in the morning. He also doesn't seem to be in the mood to be disturbed, given how he clenches the wheel with one hand, while the other supports his head against the window ledge like some angsty teen. So I tried to settle further into the admittedly comfy seat of his luxury car and focus my attention on the scenery as it passes by. Sorry. It isn't long before the aquarium comes into view as Theo looks around for a decent place to park. We must have picked a busy day to visit, considering the amount of cars parked both outside and in the reserved parking area, though Theo seemed to have somewhere in mind. Oh, you must go to sleep, 12 a.m. Bye-bye, thank you for joining me, it was fun. I watch as he drives straight past a clearly labeled no-go zone and pulls into one of the empty spaces without so much as a reaction. Dude, he's such a dick. He doesn't even wait for me to get out before he opens his door and walks to the front of the car, and not wanting to be left behind, I quickly follow suit. Theo? I was about to question whether he was allowed to park in the employee zone in the first place, but given how he shamelessly pulls down one of the warning signs and tosses it into a bush, figured that was my answer. He's such a dick. It doesn't take long before he's right by my side once more and ushers me towards the front entrance. I almost stumble over my feet as Theo pulls me along, but not before almost bowling him over as he abruptly stops in front of me. Look at that. Almost like a loyal dog, isn't he? Glancing in the direction he was pointing, I see Leon sitting on one of the benches as he absent-mindedly watches people go by. And once he catches sight of us, he immediately leaps to his feet and rushes over with a wave and a warm smile. It's a good thing he doesn't bite. At that snarky comment, I nudge Theo with my elbow and send him an eye roll. I doubt he takes any notice of it though, since Leon's arrival takes up all of our attention. Ayo, you look good, sunfish. You're not as bad as yourself, or fish. Hello? I'm here too. Eleanor hasn't arrived yet? Scoffing at our playful dismissal, Theo cracks a joint in his neck and crosses his tattooed arms. However, he doesn't seem to stray from his spot, which meant that he still had an interest in our conversation. At his almost childlike reaction, Leon shoots his friend a cheeky, lopsided smile before continuing. I'm sure she's on her way. She said something about wanting to get her steps in our group chat. Is that why she didn't want Theo picking her up? And actually, I don't know if you realized, but guys were 15 minutes early. Really? No thanks to Theo's speeding, I guess. What about you? I guess you had to walk all the way here, right? There's nothing wrong with getting a bit of exercise in the morning. I'm sure Eleanor would agree. And I just got here, actually. Really? Because it looked like you were sitting on that bench for a while. I just sat down. Long enough to stretch your legs, huh? Okay, yeah, so maybe I did arrive half an hour early. But I was excited. It's been a while since I've been to the aquarium. With Alvin and Theodore, no, stop! You forgot Simon, how could you? Even longer since you've seen Dollface over here, I bet. Huh? Can you blame me? We've been separated for years. Now we're finally reunited again. It must be fate. Wait, does he like us? Okay, don't think there's anything weird. No, destiny. Playing along with Leon's dramatics, I lean against his side and clutch at the spot above my heart. It's written in the stars. You guys are genuinely so embarrassing. Hearing Theo huffs once more, Leon and I both watch as he tries to distance himself by looking at the posters in the wall. No doubt feigning interest in it, it wasn't like Theo cared much for marine life. All his world revolved around was wealth and luxury, giant tech companies, and probably starting fires. That sounds fun. Controlled fires. Yeah, definitely starting fires, unless she meant rhetorically? As in, he picks fights. Then never mind. Though for a guy who spent most of his time in the shadow of his own father's legacy, I had to hand it to him. Theo was seemingly more down to earth than other people I've met. He didn't have to spend time with us, but he did. And as much as he'd often joke about not wanting to affiliate himself with people outside his tax bracket, Theo sure seemed like to like hanging out with Jay, Leon, and me. I wonder, does he ever feel lonely? Before my thoughts can delve any further, I feel a gentle nudge at my side. Looking to my left, I see Leon peering at me with a curious expression. I know I'm really glad you came, but I'm honestly really surprised you agreed to this. You forced me into it! People forced me into it! I didn't want to. Surprised? What did you mean? Oh well, you know, is Ren okay with this? Ren? The guy we met at the pier the other day. He said something about being your boyfriend? How will you respond? Do I have to say he's my boyfriend? I don't wanna. Alright, my boyfriend. Whether or not it was because I wanted to stake my claim over Ren, or because he confidently declared himself as my boyfriend a few days ago, couldn't have but let it slip. But Leon seems to pick up on the hesitance laced within my words, given how he inquisitively tilts his head and sends me a reassuring smile. Is it still a new thing for you? I'm sure calling someone your boyfriend must take some time to get used to. Take things at your own pace. That is actually true. Though I think my case is like an extreme one. I've been dating my boyfriend for almost 5 years and I still sometimes forget I have one. I think that's just me though. I think I'm just cray-cray. My brain not good. It was strange hearing this kind of advice from Leon, especially after practically lying to him, but I wasn't going to say anything. We've been friends for so long, yet the topic of dating never seemed to come up between us, much less something more extreme like settling down or getting married. At that, I recall a fond memory from my youth. Younger version of ourselves greet me as they innocently play a game of pretend on the playground. I can see Leon in all his boyish charms as he promises to marry me from atop the slide before he slides down and runs to my side in glee. That sounds adorable. He seems all too happy to run circles around me while he shouts to the skies about protecting me from the bad guys. Yet, something else was missing from the scene. Something I couldn't fully remember. What was it? As long as he's chill with this, yeah? I wouldn't want any misunderstandings to happen. Great, I had been spacing out again. Not wanting to offend Leon with my silence, I tried to make sense of his words before coming up with a sufficient response of my own. Yeah, he's fine with it. Probably. Besides, I only agreed to this outing because Eleanor genuinely seemed like she wanted to go. And it's not like this is a date anyway, so... Hey, don't sweat it, Angel. And no need to explain yourself either. I get what you're saying. I'm sure everything... Leon cuts himself off when he notices something behind me, and when I turn around to look, I see Eleanor running up to the group with a flushed expression on her face. But as she draws near, she clumsily trips on a stray piece of cobble and tumbles forward. Poor baby! Ah! Without thinking, I lurch forward to close the gap between us, but Theo's muscular arms beats me to it. Almost effortlessly, he reaches out to catch her, almost like those cliché romantic movies, except not at all, because Theo was allergic to anything romantic. A fact that's emphasized by the look of pure disdain on his face as he pulls my coworker to her feet. Eleanor seems to be blissfully enjoying every moment of it, seeing as she practically clutches onto his bicep while looking up with wide, sparkly eyes. That is so me. In fact, I doubt she was even aware of our presence with how she stays rooted in Theo's awkward embrace. Looks like she really fell for him, huh? You're as bad as Jay with those puns. He's rubbing off on me. Come on, let's go see if she's okay. As it turns out, Eleanor really was okay, being cradled inside the arms of Theo. But the moments only last until Leon and I rejoin the group with a knowing smile on our faces. Theo aptly chooses not to say anything, and out of solidarity, or perhaps future blackmail, neither do we. And soon enough, we all find ourselves waiting in line to buy admission tickets. Eleanor happily takes photos of us, while Theo scrolls through his phone, and Leon stands beside me to look at all the colorful fishes in the small tank. This is all rather exciting, don't you think? Really? It's just fish. Come on, mate. Show a bit more enthusiasm, yeah? If you love him that much, wait till you find out what's at the beach. I want to apologize in advance for him. No, it's fine. I'm sure Theo has other interests that excite him. Fish just aren't particularly one of them. Wanna know what makes me excited? No, stop. Leon and I both share a look before rolling our eyes. Breaking tail lights and slashing tires. God, you're annoying. Oh. Wait, slashing tires? Isn't that illegal? Probably. I'm just messing with you, princess. Loosen up a little. All too quickly, the lighthearted mood gets replaced with something serious as Leon's phone starts buzzing. Recognition flashes across my childhood friend's face as he looks at the screen, before he awkwardly scratches at the back of his neck and points towards the entrance with his thumb. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Without waiting for a response, Leon makes a beeline to the front door. After a few seconds, I see his figure emerge from outside the large windows, pacing back and forth on the sidewalk as he talks to someone on the phone. Judging by the solemn expression on his face, I can only guess that the call isn't a good one. Sure hope everything's alright. Theo caught up in Leon's shift in demeanor. I barely notice how Eleanor's hand gently pushes Theo and I forward so they can speak to the clerk at the front desk. Me, I cannot talk to clerks. Broad, tattooed shoulders now block my view from the window, which causes me to shift my attention back to the present. But Theo doesn't seem to notice my lack of focus, or perhaps he just doesn't care, as he pulls out a black card from his wallet and leans over me to hand it to the woman behind the counter. Dang! I could have gone without the nonchalant, smug attitude on his face, but I wasn't about to say anything when he literally was about to pay for my admission fee. But before I could begrudgingly thank him, Eleanor's excited voice cuts me off. Oh, do you suppose there will be shows today as well? I saw some advertised outside. Oh yeah? I wasn't paying much attention to them. I hope there'll be penguins. Perhaps Leon would enjoy them. What about me? You? I don't suppose you like sharks? I can hear the clerk chime in with information on the latest hotspots and what shows we're playing, but I shut it all out when I noticed Leon standing idly near the doorway, still sporting that concerned look on his face. Okay, let me see if someone died. Wait a minute. Why is Hyun Jae all over in the ocean again? Look at that. He's in the ocean again with Moth. Haruko's spouse, I mean. That's nuts. Without missing a beat, I make my way over to his side and spare him an empathetic glance. I'm really sorry about that, Angel. But something came up involving my mom at the hospital. Oh no! Is everything okay? Yeah, nah, Mom's fine. It's just some important paperwork I need to fill out on her behalf. You know, since Dad is still working abroad and all. I'm so sorry, but I really gotta go. I'll try to come back as soon as I'm... Hey, don't sweat it, Leon. Focus on your mother first. I don't miss the entire... I don't miss the way his entire demeanor softens as my concern. Leon looks as though he wants to say something serious, but holds himself back at the very last second. As if to compensate, I end up feeling the silence instead. I'm sure I can survive third wheeling Theo and Eleanor stayed alone. Jeez, I really owe you one. Actually, you know what? Here. Before I can refuse, Leon shoves a stack of small bills into my palm and closes his hands around it. Money? Hey, you don't have to. Besides, Theo already paid for everything just now. Nah, I won't be hearing anything from you. I'd go third wheeling if they pay me. I like money. If you won't accept it, then spend it all on something for me instead, yeah? Go to a town in a souvenir shop. See if they have sunfish merch in there. I like sunfishes. Alright, thank you, Leon. No worries, Star. But I really gotta go now, though. I'll tell Mom you said hi. Leon turns on his heel before I have the chance to respond, so he completely misses me waving him off. In his rush, he almost knocks someone over, but he quickly helps them regain their footing and apologizes before speeding off once more. Man, I sure hope everything's okay with his mother. But before I can dwell on it any longer, the sweet melody of Eleanor's laughter pulls me from my thoughts, and I turn back towards the group. I notice that Theo and Eleanor's are now standing by the entrance, which also happened to double as a massive underwater tunnel, all while pointing to a school of fish swimming over their heads. When Eleanor notices my presence, she happily waves me over before her attention shifts towards the door behind me, no doubt expecting to see Leon walk back in and join us. Made sense considering how they missed his departure, but he snaps out of her curious daze the moment Theo brushes a hand against her back to move her out of the wave of a family passing by. She's so thirsty! Chill, girl! But what truly shocks me is that he doesn't seem to move his hand. Instead, Theo leaves it there as he steps closer and blocks my coworker from my view. The fuck? Meets my gaze with an intense, unreadable expression, and I can't help but look away. I'm confused. What was that all about? Yeah, what the fuck? Suddenly, the moment felt too personal for my liking, almost as if I shouldn't be looking at something so intimate. Turning away, I decided to channel my interest into picking out a road map from a brochure stand instead. If Theo and Eleanor were planning on getting cozy with each other, I needed to plan my escape route. Before I move away, I notice a lone aquarium tank off to the side. It was far enough from the eyes of the people still waiting in the queue, but still close enough to the entrance to entice any passerby to come in and take a look. Inside were countless amounts of colorful fish, coral, and other sea crustaceans, and I couldn't help but look in awe of some of the bright marine life as they float about in the water. If only Leon could join us. I could almost hear his laugh at some of the sunfish-like creature that swims by. Keeping the rest of the group inside, I stray slightly to the right for a better vantage point. A group of neon tetras fish zip past and my eyes follow them as they swim around. They easily stand out against the bright orange and green corals, and especially the pink and blue. Wait, pink and blue? Oh! Interesting. He looks like a jellyfish! It's kinda cute. I love that. Thumbnail! Yippee! Pretty. Peering closer to the glass, I catch sight of his familiar face on the other side of the tank. Ren doesn't seem to notice me yet, seemingly far too entranced by the brightly colored creatures as they swim by. His soft eyes follow some of the smaller fish as they dart across the tank before swapping over to the group of guppies swimming past. Suddenly our eyes meet the moment the fish split up, and I watch as Ren's expression morphs from surprise into a sickeningly sweet look. Sickeningly sweet? That's not how people would usually describe their crush. This cements my theory even more that MC is practically like forced into this by, I don't know, the system? Something? Bigger, I don't know. He tries to say something, but his words come out inaudible due to the glass separating us. As if realizing, Ren instead points to one of the fish off to the side before resting his hand on the glass and mouthing something else. I still can't fully understand what he was trying to say, that is, until my eyes land on what he was pointing at. Catching me off guard, I watch in awe as a lone fish swims between us and captures both of our attention. Was that an angelfish? The fond memory from our time at the pier comes to mind, and I find myself thinking back to when Ren affectionately gave me that nickname. And had I known any better, I would have assumed that he was thinking about the same thing, given the way his eyes crinkle and soften as the fish's scales shimmer underneath the artificial light. Too absorbed in how picturesque this all looked, I completely missed Ren's swift departure. That is, until he's rounding the corner of the fish tank and taking his place by my side. Hi, Angel. Fancy meeting you here. The first thing I notice is how Ren is tugging at his sleeves again. though he doesn't seem to shy away from my close proximity, nor seems to mind it as much. Those fishes were pretty neat, huh? Yeah, I couldn't take my eyes off of them. Hey, did you spot the angelfish swimming by? How will you respond? The what? Clownfish? Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, I'll play nice. I'll play nice. I wanna play nice. I feel like playing nice. I did. It was so captivating. It was, huh? I couldn't stop looking at it as well. Yeah, I didn't even know they could be that color. Actually, this might sound cheesy, but after you mentioned the angelfish, it reminded me of our date by the pier, remember? How could I forget? It's one of my treasured memories. Top 3, in fact. And what's the others? Seeing me sleep or some shit? Not wanting to let this opportunity pass, I decided to tease Ren a bit. Oh please. Top 3? Don't laugh. If you get to be cheesy, why can't I? Well, in that case, if you get to give me a cheesy name like Angelfish, why can't I? You want to give me a nickname? Come on, it's only fair. Though, to be honest, I don't know any pink-colored fish. Damn it. Oh yeah, that's too bad. Hey, don't think you can get away that easily, Buttercup. I'll think of something better, eventually. Eventually. Yes, keep repeating it. At that, Ren lets out a puff of laughter, before returning his attention to the tank once more. He doesn't seem to stray from my side though, and it's then that I realize, what was he doing here on the aquarium in the first place? Without missing a beat, I take a step closer and voice my thoughts. No, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Oh, really? Yeah, no offense, but you don't really seem like an aquarium guy. Is that so? I didn't have any plans today, so I figured I'd do a little bit of an undersea sightseeing to pass by the time. Plus, I finished the book you recommended the other week. The one about the underwater city? Ooh, Atlantis? I guess it inspired me to come here. Really? Did you like it? What did you think about it? I enjoyed it, especially the part where... Oh, say, look at that. Ren isn't shy about how he leans over my shoulder to point at something outside my peripheral vision. I follow his finger, and between the driftwood and coral, I spot Eleanor and Theo standing awfully close together. I don't miss the way Theo sizes up Ren, even from a distance, before he tears his gaze away and from us with an inaudible scoff. A surprised sound escapes the back of my throat as I watch Theo unabashedly run a hand down my coworker's side. But what truly shocks me is the way Eleanor boldly grabs his arm and loops her hand around it. Theory! I think Theo is doing this to make us jealous? Am I crazy? No way. That's wow, I honestly didn't know she had it in her. And while her confidence shocked me, it also sprouted a bout of curiosity inside me as well. Even though we all established that this wasn't an actual date, Eleanor still wanted to treat like one? What's happening? I thought you wanted to go to bed. We're on a date. We're on like a group hangout, and Ren suddenly showed up, totally not planned or anything. So yeah. But now that I really think about it, isn't this similar to the date I shared with Ren at the pier as well? Next thing I know, I find my mind wandering to all the times I held Ren's hand as we walked along the boardwalk. And right now, it all looked too tempting with how it was casually resting against the glass. You're not sleeping properly? Why not? Oh no, poor you. Do you have insomnia? Oh, shit. Fuck. Press? let me press history. Okay, thank you. I could easily fit the palm of my hand in his, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind the slightest if I were to reach out right now and... No, come on, Angel, what were you thinking? Although, come to think of it, wasn't I the one who initiated most of the hand-holding during the moments we spent together? Maybe he'd be okay with it after all. Should I? How will I respond? I guess hold his hand. Before I can talk myself out of it, I reach out and slip my fingers between Ren's palm and the glass of the tank. His skin feels uncharacteristically coarse and rough against my own, but before I can question it, I brush against something cold and metallic instead. The fuck? Not getting tired? You'll go to sleep later? Okay, I hope you get tired soon. Daring a curious peek, I looked down and noticed a golden ring on one of his fingers. In fact, it appeared to look vaguely similar to the one around his neck. But as soon as I opened my mouth to ask, Ren casually slips his fingers between my own to entwine them. He gives me a soft smile, almost as if he knew this was going to happen. Very interesting, game. I'm watching you. Before Eleanor's voice pulls me back to the present. Angel, there you are! Wedding ring? No, but he's wearing one around his neck and one on his finger. Why would he get married to himself? Why didn't you say anything earlier, Theo? Where did Pretty Boy run off to? Princess over here said he had to leave earlier. And dang, if it isn't Buttercup. It's Ren, actually. Not this again. Before the two can have the chance to butt heads, I carefully step in and interrupt. Something came up at the hospital, so Leon had to go. Oh dear, I hope everything's okay. He assured me that everything's fine, so I wouldn't stress too much about it. I watch as Eleanor shuffles on her feet on contemplation before noticing the item still grasped carefully in her hands. That's a relief, but... Oh! What do you suppose we should do with his ticket then? Shall I ask for a refund? It's fine. That's like loose change to me. I'll make it back in 45 seconds. Dick! Give your money to me! Still, we shouldn't let it go to waste. Oh, I know. Eleanor's expression shifts from revelation to do something more cheeky as she turns to me with a small knowing grin. She leans close enough to whisper, but doesn't seem all that quiet about it. Hey, why don't we give the ticket to your lover boy? Lover boy? You've gotta be joking. He's so jealous, actually. Should I tell you all about how our lovely Angel has a secret admirer? And how he often rents out her books from the Eleanor! I feel like I'm missing some context here. Almost hastily, I snatched the ticket from Eleanor's hand and ushered Ren inside the tunnel, away from my gossipy coworker and Theo's smug grin. Okay, so maybe he's not interested in us? I don't know. I hardly noticed the time passing with all the fun I'm having, and before I know it, almost 2 hours go by in a blur. I had initially been so fixated on being a third wheel that I completely forgot about the exciting things people could do at the aquarium. Ren is going back to your hear me out energy. He just got that energy. Yeah, I get it. Like he gives very conflicting personalities, which I really like. Like you can't help but like him, but you also know he's a fucking creep. He's very interesting as a character, and I would love to know more. Eleanor seemed all too happy to snap pictures of everything, ranging from Ren and I petting some stingrays. You can pet stingrays? I didn't know you can pet stingrays. Theo getting splashed by a seal and all the giant sea creatures that swam around in the overhead tanks. By the time I noticed my feet starting to hurt, we had all made it to the small food court conveniently placed at the end of the main attraction. Eleanor used this as an opportunity to use the restroom, while Theo wandered off who knows where, so Ren and I were left to look for a place for us all to sit down and rest. You love stingrays? They're so cute! They look so dumb! I don't know if this will make you hate me, but I've eaten stingrays. Or was it a manta ray? I don't remember if there's a difference, but I ate one in my life. It was good. Is that bad? I don't know. I think it's like not that common here, but you can find it easily. Not easily, but you can find it. But we didn't get far before the light sounds of footsteps drew closer once more. Angel Ren, there you are. Sorry for the wait. I ran into Theo earlier while he was talking to one of the tour guides. He's a friend and I wanted to talk to him. You didn't need to wait for me. Oh? But you said you were lost and needed help with something urgent? That's kinda cute shit. How could I? I didn't know it was stingray until I ate it. And then they told me it was stingray and I was like, oh, it was good. I don't know what to tell you. It was good. It was like really soft. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, come on, princess. No need to act coy. Surely people say the same thing to you at the library, right? Well, yes, I suppose they do. But I don't see what that has to do with me waiting for you. Or acting coy, for that matter. You're adorable when you're clueless. I don't get it, so... He got lost? Wait, what? I'm confused. Am I missing something? Am I stupid? You were lost and needed help. Surely people say the same. I don't know, was he flirting with the... You know what? I'm too dumb for this. I don't know. You're adorable when you're clueless. Anyway, are either of you hungry yet? It's past noon and I'm worried Theo will put his pride aside and admit he's hungry. Excuse me? Oh, am I wrong? I could have sworn I heard your stomach growling earlier. Now who's acting coy? First of all, when did they reunite without me noticing? And secondly, was Theo embarrassed? There was no way I was going to let this opportunity pass. Oh, is the big baby hungry? Didn't eat breakfast this morning, did you? I did. Unlike you, I can afford to eat whatever I want. Dude, that's too far! Though it came out blunt and harsh, I knew Theo was only joking. Then why don't I go and get us all something to eat? Any preferences? Allergies I should be made aware of. Oh, why do you care, princess? You plotting to kill me or something? It's only natural to worry about the health of others. I wouldn't want to give you something you're allergic to. Besides, everybody deserves to be cared for. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Wait, no. Just because he blushes doesn't mean he's put in the list. I do not like him. Theo got no filter, definitely. You're weird. What was that? I said wasabi. I'm allergic to wasabi. Wasabi, huh? Ren, stop. Ren, don't kill him. I see. And what about you lot? Any preferences? Do you think they have any cakes? I've been having a really bad craving for it recently. No, because of this game, like mentioning cake yesterday, I bought a cake today. I'm sorry. I have no... I can't control myself. Then in that case, I'll have a... Before I can voice my preferences, Theo cut me off by pulling out his wallet and handing it to my coworker. Eleanor takes it from him without complaint, but pairs it with a curious look and a slight tilt of their head. Get whatever. I need to have a word with Dollface over here. I didn't get the chance to fully respond before Theo directs me towards the opening of the food court, but I barely get 3 steps away before I feel a gentle tug at my sleeve. Curious, I glance back, only to find Ren sporting a pout on his soft features. That's kinda cute! Relax, Buttercup, you'll get her back in one piece. Now that I think about it, it was kind of out of the blue for Theo to be acting like this. I mean, since when did he ever want to talk about something serious? With that revelation in mind, I offer Ren a reassuring look and give his arm a comforting squeeze. I'm sure it'll only be a few minutes. Oh. His eyes flicker between me and Theo a few times before it lands on my hand, still resting on his arm, and he lets out an inaudible sigh. Okay, I'll wait for you here. He's like a puppy! If only he wasn't weird! No, stay where Princess can see you. Unless you want her to freak out and think we ditched. Her name's Eleanor, you know? Wow, amazing, whatever. Come on, let's go. Without another word, Theo nudges me in the right direction, leaving Ren all alone and confused. Poor baby. No, not poor baby, he's weird. Stop. Following closely behind, Theo leads me to a quiet corner near the food court before turning around and boxing me in with his large arms. He casually leans his weight to one side before finally speaking. Hey, so I've got this fun idea. Seriously? I thought you wanted to talk about something urgent. Then could you be a little less loud about it? And as a matter of fact, yes, I do. No, you always say I've got an idea, and it turns out to be something illegal, like trespassing or vandalism. Isn't that the whole point of an idea? He was not serious. We are not about to discuss the logistics behind. Look, it's serious. I need you to help me make Ellie, or whatever, jealous. She's getting a bit too clingy for my taste, and it might even get Buttercup to ease up on all that juvenile puppy love crap. Seriously don't think he's being too clingy? He's practically glued himself to your side the entire day. What? Don't you think that's kind of a roundabout idea? How would this even benefit? Trust me, this is for my own benefit, not yours. Little Miss Princess over there is treating me like I'm a dang child who needs to be supervised all the time, and I can't even tell if she's interested in me or not. Plus, you're not exactly What? No, never mind. What was that? Either my idea works out and this gathering gets more interesting, or she realizes I'm not the type to be babied and backs off. What is that supposed to mean? I'm not getting it. While I had to jump through hoops and hurdles to understand it, Theo did have a point, but everything about his idea still felt wrong. Regardless if I agree or not, if Eleanor saw us flirting, wouldn't she just assume that you're not interested in her at all? Besides, I'd never betray her like that. Who said anything about flirting? Crap, you really are into me, aren't ya? Can't say I'm flattered at all. Excuse me? All I was gonna do is ignore her a bit, make them think you're more entertaining or something. I mean, it almost worked with that tour guide from earlier. But if you wanna cling to my arm too, by all means, beautiful, go ahead. You're so insufferable. I don't understand how this would make Eleanor back off. Like, I don't get it. Does he want Eleanor to back off, or does he want her to cling on him more? I'm so confused. So is it a yes or a no? I still don't know what you want me to do exactly. Theo's gaze shifts to something behind me before a light ignites in his eyes as he sends me a sly smirk. Just follow my lead. I barely have any time to process his words before Theo places a hand on the small of my back and pulls me closer to his side. His voice is louder than usual, and it's then when I notice Eleanor and Ren slowly coming into view. See that storeroom over there? Looks like it's unlocked. Wanna go check it out? What are you? Let me just... Is there anything interesting? No, there's nothing interesting. Though. Come on, doll. You're really not interested in having a bit of fun? Loosen up a little. All of a sudden, I feel my phone vibrate in my pocket, but just as I move to pull it out, Theo gives me a pointed look and I find myself stalling. How will I respond? Why would I want Ren to notice? I am so confused, genuinely, about this game. I'm gonna follow inside. With a wink, he leans closer and whispers against the shell of my ear. Smart choice, doll. One of Theo's large hands rests atop the one holding my phone, before he uses it to gently tug me along and shuts the door behind us. Darkness envelopes the both of us as I strain to make out the sound of Theo's shuffling in order to pinpoint where he is. I seriously can't believe he roped me into doing this. This is my side. Don't cross that line. What line? This line I just drew with my fingers. Theo, I can barely see anything in here. Well, almost. I can still make out the faint shape of boxes on the shelves, alongside a dirty mop and cleaning supplies Theo made sure to put me near. Crap, I hope I wasn't standing in anything. That would be a bad thing. I hate that. But just as I pull out my phone to use the flashlight and check, bright overhead lights flood the confined space as Ren and Eleanor's concerned faces appear from behind the door. Well, that was quick. Oh, poor Ren. No, not poor Ren. Stop it. I keep forgetting. Stop it. Bad, bad, bad. Ren bad. Ren wastes no time in shoving past Theo to reach for me, only to take his place by my side and pulling me into his chest. Because of this, I could hardly see Eleanor's or Theo's reaction. Couldn't you talk to her outside? I can practically hear the venom dripping from Ren's tone as he harshly glares at Theo from over his shoulder. Who goes into storerooms just to talk anyway? Talk about clingy. Well, whatever. I got what I wanted. Follow Theo's gaze as he takes in Eleanor's flushed expression before he throws an arm over her shoulder, takes the bag of food from their grasp, and guides her out of the closet. Ren is going 3 steps under Master Huge Face. That's high. Okay, so who's number 1? I am scared. Can you like type out your tier list? Because I'm genuinely curious. I can hear him mumble something about how adorable she looks with a pouting expression as the door shuts behind them. Oh, that's scary. Nothing but silence is left in their wake, and it's then that I notice Ren is still in the closet with me, peering down with an unreadable expression. Did he hurt you? Or do anything strange? No, Theo was just odd. I couldn't help but feel the need to explain myself. He just wanted a way to make Eleanor jealous, so he suggested going into this closet with him. I swear nothing happened. Do you like him? What? Do you like Theo? Why else would you agree to... Clarifying who he was talking about still didn't lessen the confusion bubbling in my brain, and I can hear Ren's grasp tighten around the shelf behind me as he tries to find the words to say. His breath comes out staggered now, and his gaze isn't any less intense. No, actually... Okay. Do I act like a bitch? Or do I... Oh, choices. Choices are fun. I don't know. Do I like Theo? Do I want to say I like Theo just for fun? Nah, next time. I like you the most, Ren. Ren lets out the shaky breath as his composure practically melts in front of me. His cheeks flush a deep red, and he looks down with intense, love-struck eyes before he closes them and rests his forehead against my own. But the action was fast-fleeting, as his head eventually drops into the crook of my neck instead, and his hands remain against the shelf behind me. Me? You really like me the most? Sorry, I need a second. Ren? He just doesn't seem to respond. Instead, he simply stays rooted in place while his breath fans against my shoulders. I can almost hear the wooden shelf creak as his grip tightens, before he pulls back with a determined glint in his eyes. As long as Theo didn't do anything to you, then... And if he did? Okay! I'd kill him. It was like the room got cold all of a sudden. There's an unsettling look on Ren's face before it quickly morphs into his usual self-expression. Was I just imagining things? Just kidding! Something tells me he wasn't really joking around. Angel? Are you okay? Was that really Ren just now? How will you respond? Okay. Okay. I like this game. Have I mentioned I like this game? I like this game. Right now, I want a puppy lover, so I'm gonna dissuade his dark behavior. God, I'm gonna have to like make another video on this then, to get everything. Ren? That was really messed up. Shouldn't joke around like that. especially when it involves my friends. I was only kidding, Angel. Really, I wouldn't actually do something like that. Yes, you would. His blue eyes widen at that, and I can tell from his expression that Ren really was being sincere in this moment. Sorry, it was a stupid thing to say. I won't ever do it again, I promise. Cross your heart? And hope to die. Oh, no, I mean... Wait. I really need to start thinking before I speak. I was partially to blame for setting Ren up like that, so I let him know by rolling my eyes and sending him a reassuring smile. Well, now that that's all sorted, I think we should leave this dingy storage closet by now, don't you? I mean, we've been in here for a while. And Nori has our food. I suppose we should leave, but I guess there's something sort of comforting about this closet. Or maybe it's just you? Huh? Being this close to you, I like it. Where was this coming from? Suddenly I can hear Ren's arm shift from beside me and move towards my face instead. His fingertips hover close to my cheek, and for a brief moment I almost find myself wanting to lean into his touch to feel his warmth. But he pulls away at the very last second instead, and instead rests his hands by his side once more. Ren? I don't want to be a hypocrite. He sends me yet another soft smile before stepping back and awkwardly tugging on the end of his sleeve. Hypocrite? What did he mean by that? Confused, I press him for answers. What do you mean? I came in here thinking Theo was putting moves on you to get a rise out of me. If I'm being honest, part of me wants to think that he's still outside, waiting for us to leave. Kind of, I want to... He covers his mouth with his hand as he awkwardly shifts his weight from one foot to the other. Ren almost looks like he's weighing his options, and I can't tell if it's a winning or losing battle in his mind. All I can do is offer him a reassuring look to let him know he can speak more freely with me. I mean, we did just have a heart-to-heart about the appropriateness of murder a few minutes ago. I kind of want to make him jealous too. Oh? I mean, I'm supposed to be paired up with you today, not him. He has no business trying to take you from me. Not like he could anyway. His words remind me of the day at the pier, when that pushy cashier keeps trying to flirt with Ren. Won't lie and say I hadn't been affected by it. It's hard not to be when being with Ren has been the most exciting thing as of late, but I still had so many things I needed to discuss with him. What better place to start than here? About that, remember our time by the boardwalk the other day? Our date by the pier? Yeah. And how that cashier tried to... Well, I'm not really sure what she was trying, but she seemed really cozy with you. Cozy? Did it come across that way? I thought I made my intentions with her clear. The confusion must have been written all over my face, as Ren takes it upon himself to elaborate further. I told her I wasn't interested in whatever she had to show me downstairs. Oh, they meant it like that. I didn't think of it like that. Oh, okay. You did? Yeah, I did. I promise. That was all you said? Yes, more or less. If I remember correctly, he mentioned something about sending her down the stairs. As in, like, I don't know, pushing her down? I don't know. But I guess she didn't really like that answer, huh? I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I let out a deep sigh and weighed Ren's words. Was he really telling me the truth? I swear, I'm not interested in her, Angel. In fact, I'm not really interested in anyone who isn't you. I guess I haven't really been forward enough with you, huh? In that case... I watch as Ren takes a tentative step towards me and reaches an arm out. But before I can feel the cool touch of his hand on my cheek, he seems to hesitate. Hot man Liz, Mr. Huge Face, probably smells like stone. I agree with that. Scarletella, crawling, Ren? Damn. Creepy hot guy, my IRL man. Wait, huh? Creepy hot guy. Your IRL man is a creepy hot guy? Susuna, Geto, Kirashima, Chuya. Mahito, Jog, Gojo, Blue Pikmin, Frieren, and Shoko. I see. The guy I like isn't in your list. I forgot what his name. The businessman that's like very strict with like glasses. I like that guy. I don't watch JJK, so. But when I take my own step closer and lean my head into his hand, Ren's demeanor seems to melt instantly. He sends me a soft smile before fully committing to cupping my cheek. Believe me when I say my only interest is in you, Angel. Yes, creep. No one could possibly sway me from you. I'm yours completely. All of me, and more. Ren's gaze is almost as intense as he peers down at me. Sincerity manifests on his face and in his words, and I find myself slowly believing it. You don't need to feel the same way right now, but so long as you believe me, that's all I ask. And his gaze drops to his feet, and the hand that was once caressing my face now moves to cover his mouth instead. Perhaps it was a trick of the eye, but I could have sworn I saw Ren gently inhale. So what if he inhales? I'm so confused. Maybe don't look at anyone else who isn't me, too. What was that? Nothing, just wondering if Mr. Wasabi here is still outside the store. Wasabi here? Why don't you go check then, Buttercup? I'll wait here. No, I like being here with you instead. Ren takes yet another step closer. We're practically chest to chest at this point, until I could feel the warmth radiate from his body and bring me comfort. No one compares to you. I could bask in your company for as long as you let me. I'd never tire of you. Oh. Was that too much? I figured I'd be more honest and open with you to avoid any more misunderstandings, but I can dial it back. Oh, or not do it at all if you prefer. I don't mind it, Ren. I wasn't expecting it, I guess. Normally you're more reserved, almost like Haruko, right? What a coincidence, huh? I suppose he's my favorite character for a reason, you know? And is it winning me any points? We'll see. I can feel Ren's breath ghost against the shell of my ear as he lets out a puff of laughter. Can't believe I'm getting jealous over an anime character. I know. Unlike Haruko, you're real. I can touch you. Ren's face seems to immediately flush at that. Besides, imagine how Theo must be feeling right now. We've been in here for how long? You know, I didn't think you'd be on board with making him jealous. Really? He doesn't even like her, right? Yeah, but if you're still up for it... There's a mischievous glint in Ren's eyes, making him look younger and more youthful than he normally appears. What harm could a little prank do? I did want to get back at Theo for making me go through with this in the first place, and admittedly I was enjoying my time with Ren in the closet. Wouldn't have had this much needed conversation otherwise, nor would I have gotten any clarity if I kept pondering over it endlessly. With a lopsided smile of my own, I come to a decision. You see, if we stay with him, I am afraid we're gonna start fucking. And that is something I'd rather keep to playing on Discord. So we're gonna leave the storeroom. Yeah. Actually, maybe we should just get out of this closet and face him like adults. Yeah, it's probably for the best. We wouldn't want to keep Eleanor waiting either. Yeah, we definitely wouldn't want that. I can see the dejected look briefly take hold of his expression before Ren turns on his heels and offers a hand to guide me out of the dark room. But before he opens the closet door, I place a quick peck on his cheek before stepping out with a grin. No blushy? Boo. As soon as Ren and I exit the storeroom, the first thing we noticed that Theo, Eleanor, and our food were nowhere in sight. Well, I guess the resident arsonist really got what he wanted after all, and for some reason, Ren just seems just as bummed about that situation too. They really just left? Guess so, which kinda sucks because Theo was my ride home. Oh, I can drop you off if you want. Or we could go to my place? It's not far, and we still have some time to kill. All of a sudden, the chilling thought of a potential stalker lurking about returns, and I will this unsettling feeling in my stomach to calm down. Perhaps going home wouldn't be the best idea right now, especially if someone might still be there waiting for me. Ren's innocent offer lingers in my mind, and I find myself feeling more and more inclined to take him up on it as the seconds pass. I mean, I definitely would feel much better if I had someone else around in the off chance that something were to happen. Plus, Ren did offer to help out with my intruder situation a few days ago, and some part of me felt almost safe in his presence. Still, I didn't want to concern him with my troubles, let alone potentially put his well-being at risk. I also didn't want anything to happen to Theo by revealing too much to Ren, so maybe it would be best to keep quiet about my problem and accept his offer. And if I change my mind, I'm sure Ren would be kind enough to bring me home. So with a forced smile, I peer up at Ren with a determined look and give him my answer. Sounds good to me. The walk to the parking lot was slow and uneventful, but I didn't seem to mind. I was having fun with Ren as we playfully nudged each other along the sidewalk, and the banter we shared helped brighten my mood. Eventually, though, things started to wind down, and I found myself trying to fill the silence. So, Theo and Eleanor, huh? Somehow the conversation keeps falling back to the pair, and I just couldn't understand why. It wasn't like I was actively trying to think about them, though maybe I just needed to rack my brain around it for the thought to leave my mind. Sideward glance in Ren's direction shows that he was genuinely considering my question, if the pursed lip and head tilt were anything to go by, and I couldn't help but chuckle. It sure is a weird combo now that I think about it, but well, if it works. That's true, I suppose. It's just hard to imagine Nori with someone like Theo. Do you think it's impossible? Being with someone that's not your type? I guess it depends on the person. I see. What about you, Ren? Think you could be with someone who might not be your type? No, absolutely not. His response is immediate, and it has me turning my head in my pink-haired companion's direction. I mean, you're my type. Why would I want to be with someone who isn't you? That's smooth though! Fuck, why is he a yandere? God, I kinda like him. Oh, but this isn't about me, right? You asked about Eleanor and Theo. Yeah. Well, do you think they should be a couple? Wait, is there anything new? Sorry, I really like... Baby, you are my angel! It's kinda cute. Found something even better to do tonight. Damn. Blows a kiss to the sky for Maple. Who's Maple? Where's our girlie? I think it's time for some wine. Got it, so they're gonna fuck. Well, do you think they should be a couple? I choose to ignore the way Ren evades my initial question, but I won't lie. His own musing does leave me pondering. Did I think my friend and coworker would be a good couple? Hypothetically, of course, I was well aware to the fact that Theodore Alvarado would never settle down with anyone. Still, if anyone would be able to get Theo to change his ways, I'm sure Eleanor could do it. She just has a certain charm about her that makes every woman to be a better person. I had no doubt that even people like Theo wouldn't be immune to it. And why would he want me to say they would be cute together? I was gonna pick that, but now that they're making me, I don't want to anymore. I'm gonna be stubborn. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, it's hard to tell with those two, isn't it? Maybe it's best if we leave it up to destiny. You know, you sound an awful lot like Leon. Soon enough, our conversation comes to a halt when a sleek black sports bike comes into view. So Ren brought his bike again, huh? Part of me still expected someone like him to just walk everywhere, if I was being honest. If I had known I'd be bringing you home, I would have brought my car instead. Flexing he has both motorcycles and a car. But I recently loaned it to a friend, actually. Oh really? Yeah, he's out of town though. I doubt I'll be able to get it back anytime soon. What is this? What does this mean? Nothing. No one's in water or like dying. Anyway, Ren retrieves a spare helmet from the side of his motorbike and turns to me once more. All too familiar with this routine, I let him slip the helmet on and secure it tightly. I still wasn't used to riding his bike, but I put the fear aside for the prospect of more free food and a warm home. Somehow, we managed to make it to Ren's apartment complex in record time. I guess he really wasn't lying when he said it wasn't that far. And unlike Theo, Ren lawfully parks his bike in the designated area before guiding me towards the elevator with a spring in his step. Tacky music plays as we slowly ascend to the upper levels, though Ren only makes it even more awkward by staring at the back of my head the entire time. I can practically feel his eyes on me even as I try to ignore them, so I offer him a forced grin while we both wait for the elevator doors to open. Once they do, I let out a sigh of relief. The same gaudy interior greets us, and I still find myself trying to process how Ren could afford such a lavish place. Too lost in thought, I aimlessly follow behind my pink-haired companion as he leads me towards his door, before bumping into his backside when he abruptly stops in his tracks. Concerned at his odd and sudden reaction, I glance up only to find him staring intently at the floor. Huh? Following Ren's gaze, I noticed the lights coming from beneath the cracks of one of the doors. Weirdly enough, the faintest hint of black smoke seems to be emerging from there as well. Fire? Smoke? They burned their food or something. It wouldn't be that bad. Confused, I look to Ren to see if he has any better ideas. Is there something wrong? Huh? Oh no, I didn't realize someone had moved in. I thought I was the only one who lived on this floor. Not a fan of sharing, are we? Not particularly. Still, I guess everything should be fine as long as I don't... Never mind. Before I can question it, Ren continues walking until we arrive at our destination. Watching him dig through his phones for his keycard only reminds me to check my phone. But when I reach for it, I notice that my own pockets are empty. A wave of realization hits me as the panic slowly starts to creep in. Oh shoot. Huh? My flustered state, I barely notice Ren turning to me with a curious look on his face. I think I left my phone back at the aquarium. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I placed it on a shelf when Theo pulled me into that closet earlier. This is why you need pockets. Everybody needs pockets. Ren seems to bristle at that. Hey, don't worry. I'll go back and get it. The aquarium should still be open. So, anyway. I'm so sorry about this. Ren unlocks the door and gestures for me to go inside. Don't worry about it, Angel. Here, make yourself at home. I'll be back before you know it. Ren doesn't give me a chance to say goodbye before he's speeding off towards the direction of the elevator. Leaving me to my own device, I awkwardly step inside his apartment and take everything in. Everything looks the same as last time I was here, down to the cold marble flooring and gaudy furniture scattered about the place. And although I didn't notice it last time, the mirror in his entryway looked very similar to mine. The only difference was that his was hung up correctly. Cute. Well, at least now I know what mine will look like once I put in the effort to fix it. Until then, it's going to stay crookedly placed on my wall and forever taunt me. Saving that mental note for later, I recall my steps towards Ren's spacious lounge and take everything in. Yep, still the same grandiose furniture, sterile smell, and... Wait a second. Oh? Looking closer, it's then when I notice a large desk pressed against one of the corners in the room, tucked and hidden away from the view. Didn't look brand new, though I don't recall looking in that spot last time when I was here either. The desk could have been here since the beginning from all I know. Is he like stealing stuff? I'm so confused by the plot point. Can't help the twang of curiosity that hits me as I draw closer towards it, and with the desk now close enough to me, I can easily make out the shape of some kind of art station, as well as Ren's laptop still open to the side. Papers were scattered all over the rest of the table, and another tentative step closer brings its contents into view. Were they rough drafts for a webcomic? I had an inkling Ren would be into them, given his interest in AOG, but I had no idea he created a few of his own. That's cool. One book in particular, however, piques my interest with its unique covers, though it might have just been the book lover in me. It was thick and worn out, yet it looked like it was well taken care of. I noticed some kind of smudge marks, possibly red paint, blood, stain on the front of the cover, as well as some sort of circular, indented notch right in the center. Does something go inside here? I am scared. The contraption is foreign to me, and whatever fits inside must have been how you unlock it. But as I turned the book in my page, I noticed that the latch was already detached, and a few loose pages spill out onto the desk. Is it like pictures of her? With a panicked cry, I quickly scooped the papers back up and opened the book to stuff them back inside. But as I do, something else catches my eye. Weren't these sketches from Always With You? I could easily make out the male lead's hairstyle anywhere. After all, it was similar to Ren's, or rather Haruko's, yet this one had a contrasting shade of black instead of pink. Maybe another character then. Strange. I don't remember seeing any similar black-haired characters in the webcomic. Still, the likeness of the art style was insane, and Always With You was the only webcomic published by the anonymous author. Their debut into the online industry was a huge success because of it. So, fan art? It was oddly key to think that Red might have made his own self-insert character, though if I were any better at art, I would probably done the same. Curiosity once again gets the better of me, or was it my hyperfixations, and I was half tempted to peek through the rest of the book to learn more. Should I? Sorry, I really want to know about the drawings. Investigate the... wait. There's checking out the desk, look at the weird lock, or investigate the drawings. What am I the most interested in right now? The lock. Look at the weird lock. Glancing at the book still in my hands, I check out the lock one more time. Yet no matter how many times I turn and angle the book differently, I still can't figure out how the mechanism works. It didn't look like a normal key would fit in it, and I didn't see any space to insert one in the first place. All it had was a small indent in the center and room underneath to insert the latch. But upon further inspection, wouldn't a ring fit in there? So the one he was using. It had just enough space for one, and it definitely fit the circular shape, though I don't ever think I'd ever heard of a lock that could be opened with a ring. Maybe I should invest in one for my own apartment. Figuring it isn't my place to snoop any further, I tear my eyes away from the front cover and close the book. When I do, I make sure to shut the latch properly this time, and place it back on the table. But as I do so, I accidentally knock over one of the ink bottles, which stains the desk a deep shade of black. You're fucked. Ah, crap. I frantically skitter about to look for some paper towels, and eventually settle on some toilet paper from Ren's bathroom. By some miracle, it easily lifts the mark from the desk, though it only seems to transfer onto my skin instead. I don't think it would clean that fast. Okay. Great. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. Takes a solid minute or two of scrubbing until I'm satisfied, and once I'm sure no stains are left on the table, I haphazardly throw the toilet paper into the trash can and wash my hands in the kitchen sink. That alone takes another 5 minutes of scrubbing and rinsing, but I somehow manage to lift all the ink from my skin and wash it down the drain. After this, I definitely learned my lesson not to snoop ever again. With an embarrassed sigh, I plopped myself onto the couch and let out a small groan. A small part of me knew Ren wouldn't get upset over something so small. Still, didn't want him to know that I was snooping through his things, much less trying to learn more about his personal hobbies and interests. The queasy feeling in the pit of my stomach only seems to worsen at that, and I contemplate running away from such a confronting scene, locking myself at home for the rest of my life. Forget my phone, I could always buy a new one. I'm sure I still had my spare one still lying around in the box collecting dust somewhere. Sure, the screen was cracked, but it'd still get the job done. Still, I couldn't help but feel like I was making a mountain out of a molehill, and there was the looming threat of a potential stalker waiting for me to come home. Maybe it was best if I stayed here after all? With that thought in mind, I settle further into Ren's plush couch and anxiously wait his return. I can hear the faint ticking of a clock from somewhere in this endless maze of an apartment, alongside the occasional humming of the central heater he turned on before he left. But he finally figured out how it worked. Aside from that, the silence is almost deafening, and I have half a mind to reach for the remote and turn on the television. Surely it wouldn't hurt. I mean, Ren did say to make myself at home. You know, potential snooping aside. Perhaps it was to get rid of the guilty feeling forming in my stomach, but I quickly find myself shaking my head to dismiss those thoughts and reaching for the remote on the table. Flicking through the channel, I land on one in particular, and although the signal was weak, I could discern the picture of some news reporter in a blazer that looked far too flimsy to keep her warm. She's droning on about the local happenings in Conan Bay before a familiar backdrop comes on the screen and captures my full attention. Wait, let me just check. Is there anything? No, there's nothing interesting right now. So, Hyun Jae is near Eleanor right now. Huh? I don't understand the positioning of the map. Oh? Looked like the upscale restaurant where Conan and my other co-workers held my welcoming party. Everything still looks the same, except the main thing that holds my interest are the two people sitting in the quiet corner of the room. Was that Eleanor and Kiara? Oh yeah, so they were together. They seemed to be enjoying each other's company, given by how they were both smiling and laughing at each other's jokes. Today's outing aside, it sure was good to see Eleanor having fun outside of our workplace. I hardly ever see her outside of the library, so it was nice to know that she was enjoying herself. The news reporter soon returns and continues on about some planned renovations happening at the restaurant, right before it switches to a pre-recorded broadcast about a recent murder in the city. Theo? Mere mention of new salvas had me curling in disgust, and I had half of a mind to change the channel or turn the TV off altogether. Seeing all of this recent talk of gore and murder on TV makes me feel... Yo, I can actually go cray-cray! That's cool. That's so cool. Unfortunately, I'm doing a good girl run right now, so I feel sick just hearing about it. Thinking about all of this gory violence and death, it makes me feel uneasy. In fact, it was one of the reasons why I left the city in the first place. Prior to moving to Conan Bay, I had always been surrounded by petty crimes, selfish losers who called themselves my friends, and even the stench of death. Moving here had been a good decision at the start, but now I'm not so sure. Everyone would always say that nothing bad ever happens in the Bay, but after recent events, it was slowly becoming untrue. But I suppose it wasn't all bad. I have supportive friends now, an amazing boss and coworker, and a timid library patron who goes to great lengths to keep me safe. Man, I guess I never truly appreciate Ren's thoughtfulness until this moment. He's done so much for me these past few days, and not once has he asked for anything in return. And as if manifesting him with my thoughts, I hear the telltale sounds of the front door unlocking before Ren shuffles inside and flicks on all the lights. In one of his hands is my beloved phone, alongside a bag of delicious smelling takeout and an angelfish plushie peeking out from another. Oh, I love plushies! Oh! And almost like a puppy, Ren immediately makes his way over to me, still perched on the couch, before depositing the toy in my hands. Angel? Were you sitting in here without any lights? Sorry, I should have turned them on before I left. But I brought some food with me. I figured you might be hungry. I don't really have much food in the pantry right now. Oh, that's fine. Thanks for being so considerate. Yeah, I mean, no problem. It's nothing. Let me get some plates, and we can eat then. As Ren lifts himself from the back of the sofa, make sure to hand my cell phone back to me as well before heading off towards the kitchen. Now reunited with my beloved phone once more, I unlock it and check for any notifications. One update in particular lets me know that the security camera I ordered had been successfully delivered, and that alone makes me feel safe enough to return to my apartment should I change my mind about staying here. With a satisfied hum, I quickly pocket my phone, lest I lose it again, and follow Ren into the kitchen. I watch as he turns on all the lights in there as well before he places the takeout on the countertop, and stops to sniff the air. Uh-oh. What's that smell? Oh crap, I almost forgot about the ink I hastily threw away in the trash. In retrospect, I probably should have flushed it down the toilet or something instead. Well, about that, Oh, I wanna lie, cause like last time I lied, the game bugged like crazy, so lie to him. Yeah, I noticed that smell too when I first came in. Not really sure what it was. Oh, nothing? Oh, maybe I left the window open. Or maybe it's the heating system? This is the first time I turned it on. Maybe there's something funky in one of the vents. Glances up at the ceiling as if to inspect it, and I find myself following suit to make my fib seem believable. Yeah, maybe. So easy. But as Ren moves to throw away some discarded plastic left on the counter, his eyes catch sight of the inky paper sitting at the top of the rubbish. Crap. He still doesn't seem to react though, and before my guilty conscience can eat me alive, Ren's voice breaks the silence. Guess I forgot to take out the trash this morning. Sorry you had to put up with that strong smell. What? You must have known. Surely. He had every reason to call me out on my lie, yet he didn't. Instead, Ren seemed to take the blame with a carefree smile. Forget it. Maybe it was some form of righteousness, but I find myself confessing the truth. I accidentally spilled some of your ink earlier. You what? Food now long forgotten, Ren rounds the corner within seconds and peered down at me with soft eyes. Are you okay? It didn't stain you, did it? Let me see. He was still concerned about me. I watch as Ren reveals more of his hands from within the sleeves of his cardigan to hold and inspect my own. His blue eyes are full of concern as I feel the rough pads of his thumb caress my skin. Once again, I'm reminded of the ring in his finger, and I can't help but ask. That ring, it must be special to you, huh? My ring? Ren follows my gaze to his hand before awkwardly pulling away and scratching at his jaw. Yes, it's a ring I made when I was younger. I'm surprised you noticed it. This ring, it means a lot to me. I don't know what I'd do if I lost it. It's very pretty. What about the one around your neck? That's... Ren clamps up the moment I meekly reach out to touch it, and he stares down at me with wide, cautious eyes. His own fingers wrap around my wrist, though he makes no effort to remove my hand from his necklace. In fact, he only seems to hold them in place as he peers at me. Feigning confidence, I ran my fingers across the cold metal of his ring and take in all the small details. Much like the ring on Ren's finger, the one around his neck also had a handmade feel to it, if the faint scratches and chips were anything to go by, though the craftsmanship was no less impressive. There also seems to be some kind of inscription inside the ring, but it was difficult for me to read due to the glare coming from the kitchen light. Part of me wants to pull it closer to get a better view, though I doubt it'd be a good idea to yank Ren down by his necklace, especially considering how he was already hunching over enough as it is. Still, I couldn't stop my budding curiosity from putting one of my fingers inside the ring to see if it would fit. It's the perfect fit, I can already tell. And almost immediately, Ren stumbles forward as his fingers gently squeeze my wrist. Do you want to try it on? Oh, the fuck? Before Ren can speak, a loud booming sound erupts from outside the apartment and startles the both of us. Man, was it seriously about to start raining again? You're joking. With a sigh, I abruptly pull away and glance out one of the large ceiling-to-floor windows. Dark clouds were rolling in from the distance, though there wasn't any telltale signs of rain yet. Though the ominous black smoke was new, I didn't know the condensation got this bad. We weren't even that high up for a fog to appear. Yeah, it's fire, no? If it's dark smoke? Something happening? Feel like it's gonna rain soon. Nothing. Was this some kind of a sign? Still, it wouldn't do to be stuck waiting out yet another storm again, so I glance in Ren's direction and offer a sympathetic smile. Maybe I should head home before it starts raining. Okay. Oh, interesting. He doesn't want me to stay tonight? No. Now I have to stay tonight. That's crazy. Not here. I am running out of save files. Stay tonight. It's probably best just for me to just wait out the storm somewhere safe. If Ren was willing, I wouldn't mind spending the night here. Actually, would it be okay if I crashed at your place tonight? His gaze was still on the black smoke outside the window, and it took a gentle nudge and the mention of his name to get Ren's attention once more. Why is it? I haven't done any... Oh, I like that. So interesting. So yeah, he does control the weather. I was thinking about that. Okay, I think my theory about the whole world basically pitting MC and him together is like kind of true so far. Oh, I mean, yes, of course, it's no problem. I'll go get your stuff set up right now. Here, go ahead and start eating while I go prepare your room. Thanks, Ren. It's great that I can rely on you for anything. I mean, yeah, of course, you can rely on me to keep you safe. His cheek immediately flushed at my words, and I could tell that something was still troubling him. Though before I get the chance to ask, he's already leaving the kitchen and meandering down the hallway. But just as Ren passes by the couch, I'll notice how his gaze shifts to his little art station hidden in the corner of the lounge room. He casts a curious glance in my direction before taking a step towards it. Was that where you spilled the ink? Sorry, I didn't mean to. It wasn't like I was going through your stuff. I only looked at the table, I promise. I see, so that explains why it's... With an unreadable expression, Ren switches from looking impassive to determined in a matter of seconds. He reaches for something on the table, though it was hard to see what it was from where I was sitting in the kitchen. You keep on eating. I'll join you shortly. And with that, he disappears into the darkness of his apartment. Deciding there's no use in overthinking his eccentric reactions, or dwelling over the fact that I got caught red-handed for being nosy, I pick up a fork and begin to dig into my food. The taste of something both sweet and savory floods my taste buds, and I let out a pleased hum. Man, was takeout always this good? It only takes 3 more modest bites before I practically scarf down my meal. The flavor was immaculate, and I made a mental note to ask Ren what exactly he ordered the moment he returns. But now that I think about it, it's been a while since he left, and Ren still hasn't come back yet. It's surely been more than 20 minutes by now, and his food was starting to grow cold. Okay, interesting idea. I'm probably wrong, but I've read a lot of books and shows about webtoon creators, right? Like them creating something and then it comes to life. He went to buy milk, most likely. I think, is he writing a webtoon or something? And that's about us and the things in it happened to us? Am I insane? I should have looked at the pictures instead of focusing on the notebook he was using. God damn it, I'll do it next time. Cause I feel like that's what's going on. He's worried we checked his book and then he was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't blah 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 when the weather changed. So interesting. I love this game. Was he really mad after all? Or maybe he needed help? Whether or not it was the guilt still ebbing and flowing inside of me, I put my food aside and tried to locate the eccentric guy in his stupidly large apartment. But as I tiptoe down the hallway, the very same black smoke from earlier rolls out from underneath one of the doors, making my mind grow fuzzy and my legs feel like jelly. What the? Confused and slightly dazed, I leaned against the wall for support and weakly call out Ren's name. What was happening to me? Right? Like I was mentioning about how the world is basically controlling it so that we like Ren. But what if it was Ren writing that shit and he's trying to make his OC love him? I love the song! The background's so good. A lurching feeling settles within the pit of my stomach, and just before I topple over, strong, scarred arms reach out to catch me. Wait. I need this saved so I can figure out the notes. Are you alright? Don't overwork yourself, Angel. I should apologize. I didn't mean for this to happen. I should have helped you out more. The choices you're making and the path you're going down is not what I... No, never mind. Look, you have to know. I can't keep doing this for you, Angel. I think we've already gotten this one. I can't keep preventing you from getting my bad end. You won't like what happens. You won't like it. Yes, this is bad ending number 3. It's not as kind as me, not as soft or lenient. It will sense your fear and feed off of it. Even if you give it just a small dose, it won't. It won't. It won't. See? It's scary, and it won't hold back. It deserves to rot in here with me. It deserves to die. I already read that through. Sorry, did I scare you again? I can't help it, being in here for so long. Everything takes a toll on you. It makes me feel this way. Forces me to. I won't hurt you, don't worry. I'll protect you from it. It doesn't deserve you, but I do. I do. I do, I do, I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. Do I? I love you, Angel. I love you. More than it ever could. More than anyone else ever can. They wouldn't do this for you. No one would. Only me. Your light... Your light doesn't deserve to be tarnished by what happens in here. Sorry. Look, all I want is for you to stop trying to go down this path. You really want to see me, you don't need to keep making the wrong choices. I'll always be watching you. I'll always be with you. And I'll always protect you. From the people who try to take you away from me. From my bad ends. From it. There's nothing that will keep me from you. But if you really want to continue meeting me here like this, I won't stop you. I'll hold back the inevitable, but just know, there will come a time when I won't be able to bring you back to this place again. There's a limit on how often I can. How is this sweet? He's literally blackmailing us. No, never mind. I don't want to worry you. Alright, I'm going to send you back again, okay? So promise me. Promise me this time you'll listen to my warnings. I'll help you as much as I can next time, so don't concern yourself with meeting me here anymore. I'll find a way to meet you instead. I already can anyway. Have you figured it out yet? Promise me, Angel. Promise that we won't meet here anymore. Alright, and with that, I think I'm gonna end it here today. I most likely will continue playing this game tomorrow because it's so good. I even already had like the Google Docs of like the things you missed from this demo ready. But I guess I don't need it yet because I suck. I guess I play too slowly. I guess I didn't realize it would take this long. This game, I swear. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I am very happy I got some people